What's up, y'all? Welcome into the show. Appreciate you being here. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. And it is the trucks here at Martinsville. Hope everybody's having out pretty good. Ronald says the 13. What's up, Brawny, the new driver of the 16? You're welcome, Mike. What's going on? Landon Lewis starting 14th behind Johnny Sauter and that 66. What's up, Mark? Hello, everybody. Appreciate you being here on a Friday night under the lights here at Martinsville. Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button for us. We're going to be bringing you the FS1 audio plus the live leaderboard and everything. TV, what happened? T-Lee says, what happened to the stash? Yes, all fresh. November, new month. Start fresh. And that's how we do. That's how. But yeah, shocker of an Xfinity pole winner, Parker Retzlaff. That's very nice. Cool. Parker Retzlaff. Very cool. So, this is the last race of the round of 8 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And Grant Enfinger has won Talladega. He won last week as well. Can he win again? We'll see what happens. That 9 car is pretty stout. But as we said in our weekend preview vlog that just came out around 2 o'clock, sorry about it getting out so late, but kind of busy at work, and it's kind of hard to do all that stuff, plus Halloween last night and all that, but appreciate all the ones that have watched it already. It's already up to a lot of good views, so thank you so much on that. But Christian Eckes has won here. Corey Heim won last year's race, and Christian Eckes won here in the spring, so could those be two guys that get locked in? One of these guys is going to get locked in here if they win. There's Ty Majeski as well in P4. He's looking in there as well to see if he can lock himself in there. But those guys below the cut line, Raj Caruth, Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez, all those guys, and Tyler Ankrum, all of these guys trying to get another slot filled for this championship 4 that's next weekend in Phoenix. And we should see what happens. Just FYI, next weekend I will be in Houston, so I will not be able to do the truck race. So this will be our last truck race of the year. We'll unfortunately not be able to carry the Phoenix race for the Craftsman Truck Series or the Xfinity race next week either, due to us going on a cruise. But things have happened. Watching some weather, the cruise might get canceled. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But just FYI, this will be the last NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race of the year here on the Go at CeeLo. But we will do a preview vlog next week as well. So let's get to the main page here and take a look at the standings here. For on the pole, Christian Eckes. Hey, like I just said, Christian Eckes won here in the spring. Can he dominate this thing? We'll see what happens. Ty Majeski on the outside pole. Hey, Ty Majeski looking to wrap it up as well. He's really hot there. What's up, Butterfly? Good to see you. Pop Bottles, what's going on? Good to see you. T. Lee, Ronald, Brawny, Cold Trickle. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Let's hear California Days. He says, yo, what's up, Mark? What's up, Mike D? Hello, Lori. What's up, William? What's up, Steve, Jimmy, CK, what's going on? Warren Hunter, what's going on? Hello. And Richard was here just a little while ago, so if he's here still. CeeLo is out of the witness protection program. His mustache is gone. Yes, the mustache is gone. So hit that like button for us. Hit that subscribe as we're coming in. We're going to see if we can get some more folks in here to watch this race with us or listen to this race with us. No trucks to have cams as always, but we'll see how it goes. We're looking to have a good crowd here tonight. Shahir, what's going on? Gaming and guitaring, what's up? Link and Kim, hello. I'm heading to Houston with the drop a load. Well, I'll be there next Friday. Spend the night, and then hopping on a cruise ship the next day in Galveston. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to talk about this weekend. Martinsville, huge weekend for all 3 series, as you saw in our preview vlog. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the NASCAR Cup Series, all with their final race of the round of 8. One of these winners is going to be in the final 4, the championship 4, if they haven't already, in Phoenix next week. So, will there be a points lock-in for a couple of these drivers? 3 of these drivers today. Will it be a win lock-in for one of these playoff drivers? Or will it be a first time winner and it'll be 3 locked in on the points? So we'll see what happens here, but it should be fun. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We had a good little run on baseball. Wish I was doing one more tonight, but congratulations to the Dodgers for winning the World Series. And what's up? Hello, hello, hello. 54 likes. Let's go to 100 likes as we'll be going live here to Martinsville in about 6 minutes. And I almost have all of the emojis done here for the race here. 1 second. So I'm trying to find one more, then I'll have it ready for you guys. But we'll be waiting on this to come in. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope your week was well. Hope your Halloween was fun yesterday. I hope you guys get some good candy or ate some candy or kids candy or whatever. I wish the Yankees had won, Tyler says. Bronny says next year Truck Series will have 2 more plus races on the schedule. Yes, that should be interesting with the Craftsman Truck Series getting a little more. So maybe we'll be treated as that little stepchild anymore. And next year with them being on HBO Max, maybe we'll have truck cams next year as well. We'll be able to use the cams. I have no clue. But we'll be taking care of that in the off season to see if we can get some permission to do that. But need my Heim time emojis. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, man. I'll have them ready here in just a second. Glenn says the 52 freezing. Let's go through the lineup really quick. Christian Eckes is on the pole. Ty Majeski on the outside. Taylor Gray, he's looking for a run. Nick Sanchez as well. Last week he was running to the top there and he ran out of gas. And there's Lane Riggs, who Bronny says was really fast too. Ben Rhodes in 6th, 7th. Corey Heim time going to the front. We'll see what happens. Let's see. You got Chase Purdy in 8th. Caden Honeycutt 9th. Jack Wood 10th. Raj Caruth 11th. William Swalowich in that 1 again. Johnny Sauter in that 66 after what's his name? Connor Jones got suspended for taking out Matt Mills, but luckily Matt Mills is back in the race today. Landon Lewis in 14th. Tanner Gray in 15th. 16th, Matt Crafton. 17th, Dean Thompson. 18th, Daniel Dye. 19th, Timmy Hill. 20th, Stuart Friesen. 21st, Matt Mills. 22nd, Matthew Goad. 23rd, Tyler Ankrum. 24th, Dawson Sutton. 25th, Bailey Curry. 26th, Jake Garcia. 27th, Connor Zilich in that 7 Spire. Watch out for that guy. Brett Moffitt in that 4 Chevrolet on 28th. 29th, Dylan Lipton. 30th, Lawless Allen. 31st, Corey Day. 32nd, Spencer Boyd. 33rd, Grant Enfinger. Wow, look at him. He's like, I'm locked in. I don't need to worry about this. We'll see him come through the field. Norm Benning in 34th, Clayton Green in 35th, and Justin Carroll in 36th. So there is 200 laps today. I'm sure we'll learn about the stages here in a second, but keep hitting that subscribe, hitting that like button for us as well, as we're trying to get to 100 likes, as we're at 54 likes as last time I looked. Bronny says, but I'm kind of curious because the Truck Series next year will have track making it NASCAR debut. Yeah, Limerick Park, that's right. Bronny says, Butterfly says, thank you for your support for Richard. Richard, good job covering the World Series. Thank you, Richard. I had a good time doing it. I kind of miss doing baseball now. But, all good things come to an end. Sharir says, does anyone remember the Garage 56 Camaro? Let's go Taylor Gray, CK says. Hit that like button for us. That's right. So once this starts going here, got 2 more minutes before the FS1 will come in, and then I'll get the emojis going for you guys, and we'll have a good time. But thank you guys. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our channel. We've been doing NASCAR all season long. We're coming down to our season finale for NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series today. And we'll see what happens. Tomorrow as well, the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be bringing you NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying, and then the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And then on Sunday, flag-to-flag coverage of the Xfinity 500. We're going to find out who is going to run for a Cup championship at the end of that race. So thank you guys for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we're going to go live here in about 2 minutes. Steven says, hey, CeeLo, and chat, what's going on? Steven, what's up? How are you doing? 192 of us here. That's good. Let me make this logo a little bigger. Make it look. Everybody can see. It is the Zip Buy Now. It's not the 250. Hold on a second. I gotta change that right now. 1 second. It is not the 250. It is the 200. 200. 200. There we go. Let me change that right now. It's not 250. It's 200. Nope. Truck logo. Oh. Downloaded the wrong one. So it's the 200. All right. All right. 1 minute. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute till we have some audio. Then probably pre-race ceremonies probably right away. California Day says if I was a liberal, it would be my birthday again. Shahir says, really hope that Larson can make it into the championship because he's my pick to win at the title. There you go. And I'm wearing Denny Hamlin stuff because we did not get our thing there. So let's see here. Let's go live.
Playoff elimination night. 8 drivers are trying to make the championship race, but only 4 can move on. Sure, Grant Enfinger, he's already punched his ticket, but there's 7 other drivers who all, by the way, finished in the top 10 here in the spring. How about Ty Majeski? He was second here in the spring. Another performance like that could guarantee him a spot. How about Raja Karuth? He sits just outside the cut line. He needs to improve on that 7th place finish if he wants to move on. And Taylor Gray, anything but a win could make it impossible for him to advance. I think he's ready. And Tyler Ankrum, he had a problem in practice with his brakes. He starts in the back and has an uphill battle. And Nick Sanchez, 4th here in the spring, told us it's not about the points, it's all about winning tonight. Let's now go trackside for pre-race ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the William Byrd High School Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain Nick Terry.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for just a beautiful night to enjoy this sport that we all love so much, God, at this amazing racetrack. And so, Lord, before we race, we pause just to honor you, to ask for your hand of protection, your blessing on this event tonight. And so, God, we pray for every driver, their teams, God, that you would be with all involved in this event. God, we thank you for our freedom, those who defend it, those who make this night possible. And, Lord, we ask you to be with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from the Virginia Army National Guard 29th Division Band, Normandy Brass. Let's hear it for Normandy Brass's performance of our national anthem.
And what a beautiful way to kick off this evening. We're so happy to have you with us on this first day of November already. I'm Jamie Little, he's Phil Parsons, and that is Michael Waltrip. I have a feeling we're going to have an excellent night of racing. When it comes to the playoffs, that's what it always is, Michael. But we talk about the leaderboard. But the bottom line is it's not over till it's over. What are the chances we see one of those big moments again tonight?
Well, I think they're great. You know, you got to be in it to win it. And there's only one guy that knows he's going to Phoenix to be in it, and that's Grant Enfinger. You mentioned that. Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, they're pretty comfortable. That means 5 guys for one spot. Will they have to have a walk-off win here at Phoenix, and is it possible? You ask, maybe? Well, certainly is. We saw back in 2020, late race pushing and shoving. You can see trucks getting together. But Grant Enfinger, below the playoff elimination line, is able to drive to victory lane and celebrate, not only winning at Martinsville, but knowing he's going to Phoenix for a championship run at it. Just a year later, there you see Grant hugging his team. Just a year later in 21. Watch this carnage, Phil. They're all over each other. Around goes one truck. Zane Smith on the bottom of the racetrack sneaks through all this mess and drives to victory lane. He, too, was below the playoff elimination line and made it to Phoenix to race for a championship. Anything can happen here at Martinsville, and it's going to get rough at the end of this race. I can promise you that much.
Yeah, and how you're able to be in position to do that is you have to have good track position. There's 2 important things. Track position is one of those, and stage points are another. Let's take a look at how our top finishers did last spring here. Again, some of these guys, you see Christian Eckes, he did both. He got stage points in both stages, won both stages, and went on to win the race. Ty Majeski pitted after the end of the first stage, gave up stage points, just like the other guys that pitted prior to lap 100. They gave up those stage points in the second stage in order to have good track position for the end of this race.
Appreciate it.
We know that
Denise,
Grant Enfinger doesn't need stage points. We know that probably Sanchez and Ankrum at the bottom don't need stage points. They have to win. So we're going to have 2 different strategies. We're going to have some guys that need points, need both stage points, and some guys that just need the win. So it's going to be really fun to watch those guys coming and going.
See the seriousness on Raja Karuth. Their season hangs in the balance. Who will be in? Who will be out? It is elimination night for the round of.
All right, welcome in everybody to this season finale of NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here on the Go at CeeLo. I know we have one more race to go, but cannot do next week's race. I'll be in Houston. But thank you for everyone that's been here. We will not be able to show you the cams like we do normally for NASCAR Cup Series or Xfinity. They have not allowed the cams available to us on NASCAR.com through the whole year of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. But we will bring you the FS1 broadcast as you were listening to and the live leaderboard. We're having some fun. We'll have a good time. Make sure you're hitting that like for us. We'll see who what. So who you got winning tonight? Let me see. I got Heim time. Let me see who you got. Heim time. And members, for those emojis, you have to refresh. It'll be there. What's up, Trenton? Good to see Albert as well. And Ed, he said it was his first time here. Welcome in, Ed, if you're still here. Please say hello again. Someone said Ed Campbell said it was his first time here. So what's up, Ed? Good to see you. Oh, but hit that like for us. Heim time. There we go. Who else we got? Is this Johnny's first start of the year? I'm not sure about that, Stephen. Heim time for Trenton. Let's see. I'm picking Ty Majeski for the win, Brawny says. All right, what else you got? I'll take the 19, Big J. All right, there you go. Eckes. What's up, Stephen? Good to see you as well. Who you guys got to win this thing? Let me see who you have to win this race. I love seeing that Sauter qualify the truck up front, T-Van says. There you go. At 66, probably hasn't seen up front in a while. Racing Ranger says Crafton kills him tonight. 86 likes for Butterfly. Thank you so much, Butterfly. Albert says Tyler Ankrum surprises everybody and gets in the playoffs. Ricky says, I really do the truck race. Just thought I'd stop by and give you a like, CeeLo. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. Steven's going Lane Riggs. That's a good one. Marco Andretti, if he's in the race. I don't think he's in the race. He's not in the race. Cool. I don't remember his name. Who else you got? The 71. Jamie's got Raj Karuth. I'm sure if Billy Voles was here, he would be cheering on the 71 as well. Corey Heim. Denise says Heim time to win. Denise, is it Matt Mills racing? Yes, Matt Mills is back on the track tonight. So he's back after his accident. He was spending a couple nights in the hospital. Connor Jones in that 66 has been disqualified or has been suspended. So Johnny Sauter is in the 66 tonight. Good to see him. Ben Rhodes, who's I'm rooting for, Bears fan, 4765 says. Shahir's I got Raj Karuth to win this. Martin's got Lane Riggs is my pick. Go Johnny Sauter. Boy is still going. Yeah, he is. California. Steven says going with the 98 Ty Majeski. Johnny Sauter reunited with the Thor Sport. Maybe he could pull it off tonight. Ricky Bobby then, Cold Trickle says. All right, Johnny Sauter for California Days. Jeff Gordon for Gary. Who else you guys got? We're about to go back to the auto here, back to the program. Who else you got? Last chance to get your picks in. I'm going Heim time. Think he does it tonight. Let's see what happens. But Eckes has something to say about it because he dominated this race last spring. Or this spring this year. So anybody else? Anybody else picking? Raj Bomb Guy says Raj. Butterflies, I still see the Dodgers versus Yankees game strolling through below deja vu. CeeLo, I know. Coach says Corey for the win. Corey Heim, there you go, Coach. What's up, dude? T. Lee says Johnny Sauter's still racing. He's got it in the B70s. Yeah, he's doing the 66 tonight. So there we go. 38, Mr. C. Or it's up Link, who ended up talking over for Sauter in the. I'm not sure. We'll have to look it up. Trenton says, how you been? Doing pretty good, man. We're back at it. Here we go.
For this playoff night, somebody wants to be an upset, though. Put the spotlight on them. We talk about the playoffs all night because that's what it's about. Let's go trackside now and fire those engines to get this race started.
Martinsville Speedway, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Please welcome ZIP Chief Executive Officer, Joe Heck.
It's the playoffs. Drivers, start your engines!
Let's go. It's the playoffs. Playoffs.
We had qualifying just a few hours ago, so let's take a look now at our Craftsman starting lineup. I mentioned Christian Eckes starting on the pole for the third time this year. Alongside him, Ty Majeski.
Yeah, second row, two more playoff drivers, Taylor Gray and Nick Sanchez.
Well, how about row 3? Two non-playoff drivers, but guys that can certainly win this race. Lane Riggs, Ben Rhodes.
Corey Heim right behind them, six-time winner on the season already. A winner here at Martinsville a year ago.
See back in row number 5, Caden Honeycutt and Jack Wood. And in row 6, Raja Karuth, one of our playoff drivers, is starting. Let's see if we can holler at Raja. Hey, Raja, this is Phil Parsons in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Phil? Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy, great season no matter what happens, but what is your and your crew chief Chad Walters' plan here? Are you guys going to go for stage points, or you feel like you're in a must-win? What's the plan?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we're in a weird spot points-wise, but I think at the end of the day, I just got to try to get some good spots here in this first stage and kind of see where we shake out on that. So overall, I feel really good about cars.com Silverado, and
that like button for us.
Qualifying job, but I felt pretty sporty with how we were in practice. So hopefully the track kind of
do the next commercial
our way, and we can have a good night.
Raj, it's Mike. I know it's been a great season for you. Talked to Mr. Hendrick the other night, and he said how proud he was of what you've done this year. What does it mean to you to have his support and all the success you've had this year?
Yeah, it's been so great to represent Mr. H and Miss Linda and everybody in the automotive group for, on and off the racetrack. You know, having the Hendrick name on your chest and your hat and your truck comes with responsibility, and you've got to perform. So we've done that a little bit this year, and definitely some room to grow and, improvements to make for sure. But it's been a good season so far, and hopefully we can have it end a little better tonight and have a good one in Phoenix next week.
Really appreciate your time. Have fun. I know you're going to get mad. Be patient. Be calm. It's going to be a heck of a show.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, guys. And thank you to everybody at Spire. Appreciate everything we built this year, and hopefully we can have a good night tonight for us.
Well said.
Got to meet him.
It's time now
in
to
Nashville.
say hello to our pit reporters. And Regan, there's a lot of pressure tonight, not only on the drivers, but the crew chiefs as well.
Jamie, I would not want to be a crew chief tonight. There is a ton of pressure on these guys. Joe Shear Jr., your driver is good right now on points. You guys are on that unenviable position, though, of being right at the cut line, qualified second. How do you play this race out tonight, knowing that a new winner could bump you out?
Matt Crafton.
That's a good question.
Got to see how it plays out, but I think we're going to go for points.
Thank you guys for the 100 likes.
See how
You guys
it plays
are
out,
awesome.
but fast trucks usually fix everything.
I like that. Fast trucks usually fix anything, and wins do too, right?
That's right.
All right, thanks. Amanda?
Hey, Regan, well, starting next to Ty Majeski tonight, and in that pole position is the guy that won here in the spring, and not only did he tell me that he has a great truck here tonight, it's better than the one that we saw earlier this season here. How safe can you play this tonight, Charles?
Well, we obviously need to make sure we take care of the points that we need to get on to Phoenix next week, but we're also hungry for a win, so we're not going to miss an opportunity to contend for the win, but we know what it takes to get to Phoenix, and we got to make sure that we do that smartly and take care of it so that we can have our shot next week.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Regan?
Amanda, it's been a challenging day for Tyler Ankrum and his team. Tons of stuff going on. Mark Hillman as the crew chief. You guys had to rebuild that truck after qualifying to make sure you found any problems if there were problems with it. Now you go to the rear to start the race. What is the pep talk for your driver as he comes to the green here?
Well, it kind of opens up to where all we're going to do today is try to win the race, right? You know, you're not going to get stage points at the first stage. Hopefully we can throw out some strategy, try to get where we need to. I feel good about the stuff we did for the race tonight. I think the truck's going to be really fast, and I think his head's on straight. So I think we go win. Let's go do it, all right?
Sounds like a plan. Thanks. Amanda?
Well, Regan, the crew chief for Taylor Gray is Jeff Hensley. He was in the championship for last year with Grant Enfinger, and you guys told me that you have nothing to lose tonight. How far will you push this effort, Jeff?
Well, I mean, when we left for Daytona, it was all about getting to Phoenix. So, I mean, we're kind of in a unique situation.
Can he pull it off?
A lot depends on a lot of
Johnny
people,
Sauter for Brawny.
We're open to a lot of interpretations here. I think we got a pretty good JBL Toyota. Brand new truck, guys back at Track Garage built it for us for here, and man, it's been really good right off the hauler. Taylor's done a really good job, and the guys have worked their butts off. But I mean, it's Martinsville, and it's a transfer race, I think that just defines it right there. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I get to talk to you.
Definitely a better hat than the purple one.
Thank you, Jeff. And Jamie, when I talked to the team earlier, he said it's Martinsville, and he plans on it getting messy.
Thank you, Amanda and Regan. Love to hear that insight right before we go green. All right, Michael, let's take a look at the Craftsman track description.
You can see 0.526 miles in length, just over a half mile, 12 degrees of banking. I raced there for 25 years, never felt one of those degrees. The place feels like it's flat for sure. It's just an awesome racetrack.
Yeah.
The finesse that it takes to qualify well and the aggressiveness you have to race well, man, it's just going to be a fun night. I can't wait to watch this thing go down.
Let's take a look at the race analysis. You see this race is going to be 200 laps, just a little bit over 100 miles.
Great information.
Stage 1's 50 laps. Stage 2 is 50 laps. Our final stage 100. You see the pit window somewhere between 150, 160 laps. That means you can stop one time at the end of stage 1, just like Christian Eckes did in the spring, and make it all the way to the end of the race. So that's going to be fun to watch.
There hasn't been a whole lot of fall off in these Goodyear tires here at Martinsville, so that opens up the playbook for strategy somewhat, whether you pit at the end of stage 1 or 2.
All right, we'll have 2 onboards we'll be following along with and riding with all evening.
Yeah, this is Daniel Dye. This is the racetostopsuicide.com.
Chevrolet's
going to be starting from the 18th spot. And what are the odds on this front bumper cam? We talk about the front bumpers being so critical on these trucks because you're going to have to use a front bumper. Is this camera going to survive?
What about Daniel starting 18th? If I do the math right, there's 36 trucks. He's right in the middle. That's where we see him a lot of the times, right in the middle of everything, dodging his way through. He's done a great job this year. We're going to hop up. Let me show you the opposite view. This is Ty Majeski starting on the front row. Heard Joe Shear say it. Just need a smooth night tonight to make sure they go to Phoenix to race for a championship. That's the view you want to have right there, Jamie. Nothing outside of that windshield except for the pace car.
Loved riding on board with Ty Majeski earlier for his run in practice and in qualifying. That truck looked really good, but it's going to be hard. You got to go through the 19
we're going to honor Dale Sr. too. Remember that?
They looked solid. And oh, by the way, their driver had a smile on his face. We don't see that all the time, Michael.
He was cautiously optimistic about the way that number 19 Napa truck was driving in practice and feeling pretty good about things, it sounded like.
Well, we had some late ads this week. The 66 was supposed to be Connor Jones, but Johnny Sauter got the call after NASCAR penalized Connor for getting into Matt Mills. As we take a look back at what happened
Zachary.
at Homestead.
Appreciate you being here, dude.
Matt
Thanks for much,
dives
man.
into turn 3, and Connor Jones just wipes him out. And this fire is scary. This truck screeches to a stop down in the infield, but you can see in the cockpit right there. Look at those flames coming right up at right up at Mills, and he was on his knees and off to the hospital for a couple of nights while he recuperated.
Yeah, getting his lungs cleared. I talked to Matt yesterday, and he said he was about 90%, and we talked to him during the practice and qualifying show, and I think he looks like and feels like he's 100% ready to go.
Love to see him get a top 10 run here tonight. He's just such a good kid.
Like
he wants this so
subscribe.
badly, and he's run really well this year. We'll see what he can do tonight.
He was so appreciative
Got a 200
of all
likes
the
our next
well-wishers,
goal.
just what he went through for 2 days. He said, I feel great, better than I thought after getting back in my truck. So, meanwhile, Johnny Sauter, who knows how to get it done here and anywhere, reunited with Thor Sport.
Hey, how about Grant Enfinger, though? Uncharacteristic, starting 33rd. I talked to his crew chief, Jeff Stankiewicz. I said, well, do you know what happened? He said, yeah, it had no air in the right rear tire, so he had a flat tire qualifying.
He's in the corner.
That'll be fun for us to watch. We've seen how special this round has been for him. He took control of that Talladega race and never looked back.
Avoided all the carnage, and he was right in the middle of plenty of that carnage.
Weekend, maybe we can get there. 28K this weekend,
a little bit of
maybe.
trouble early.
Virginia Cracker says Dinger.
Sent him to pit road, was able to rebound and drive that number 9 champion truck to a chance to race for a championship in Phoenix.
Peaking when it matters most, his first win of the season, and then he backs it up with another one, so they punched their ticket, the only ones guaranteed at the championship race in 1 week. Can't believe we're going to decide the champion in a week from right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's Jeff Stankiewicz, his crew chief. And remember, championship winning crew chief back with Sheldon Creed a few years ago, looking for championship number 2.
Talk about pressure. That's somebody that's lived it, been through it, and won it. Let's listen to the 98. Little pep talk.
Yeah, boys, have a good one down there. Appreciate everything all year, regardless of the outcome tonight. Love doing this with you guys. So let's keep it going. We got a good shot at this thing tonight and in Phoenix. So, yeah, let's do what we do. We'll be fine.
Love to hear it as he warms up those tires. Remember, this is a quick race. 200 laps, 105 miles.
All right, y'all, booking it. Let's go.
It's Martinsville Speedway short track action. I see some tempers. We're getting ready to get started.
What's up, Tom?
Focus on pole. Ty Majeski on the outside.
Where you at, Tom?
Green flag is in the air. We are racing. Maybe a little contact right there as the 2. Nick Sanchez got the back of the 98.
He's in the white car
maybe
tonight,
stumbled just a tick right at the initial start.
Christian Eckes,
that truck was really solid in the brief practice.
NASCAR chat, good to see you.
As was that 38 of Lane Ridge.
Lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr., remember that.
I was going to say, I also love what Taylor Gray was doing in practice. We heard his crew chief say this is a brand new truck for us.
Lap 3.
Looks like they built a good one.
And we know how important this race is to Jeff Hensley. This is a home race for him. He's from right here in Martinsville.
Exactly.
Gray, we talked about it. Of the 8 playoff drivers, he's the
there
only
we go.
one
Let me see
that
those
hasn't been
3
in victory lane yet. It's a tall task, but it could happen
Dale
tonight.
Sr.
We're talking about driver of the 17 truck.
I like the speed also from Ben Rhodes. He's been a little bit of a guy that's been hard to understand at times this year. Just not the pace we're used to out of that 99 truck, but he's got it going tonight.
He was solid in practice, obviously solid in qualifying as well. He was the 3rd fastest truck.
Thank you, Kenneth Fox. Let me see those 3s in the chat.
You're going to have to deal with number 11. You see Corey Heim right there behind Ben Rhodes. He's going to be a part of the show tonight.
Doing it for Dale.
Battling for the win.
See that scoring pylon to the left, drivers highlighted in yellow. Those are playoff drivers. You see Grant Enfinger down there in 27th in green. He has advanced. Doesn't have to worry about the outcome of tonight, thankfully. He's got a tall task ahead, but I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, he's moving forward. He's already gained about 6 positions since the initial start.
There's another playoff driver right there, the 18 of Tyler.
Thank you guys so much.
Something was not right with that truck in practice. They discovered a problem with the brakes, so they made that adjustment and had to start in the rear.
I'm impressed with Grant. It's really difficult to pass early here at Martinsville, especially back deep in the pack. Let's go back to the start of the race and see what happened to 98. Let's listen. You can hear him spin the tires there. Sometimes that's a result of the guy behind you giving you a little bit of bump at the wrong time, and it gets those tires.
You know what? Raise, you know what?
It's hard to get rear grip when the back end's off the ground, they say.
50 laps here in this first stage.
Landon Lewis, a new face for the Truck Series making his first start
no video.
this year.
Can't show cams
for Kevin Harvick's management
while you give
company.
me the finger.
A lot of promise in this 18-year-old getting a
cams
great
don't,
opportunity
they don't let
tonight.
him have
Actually,
there.
Johnny Sauter was supposed to drive this truck.
Wish we could.
I'd
be doing it.
To go to the 66. Landon Lewis got the call.
Yeah, I know Duke Thorson means so much to Johnny Sauter, and I'm sure
Heck yeah, that's a great spot.
Call, Johnny said, yes, I have to do it because he thinks so much of Duke and Rhonda Thorson.
Matt Gould in the 44.
What a nice move by
the
7 truck right there, wasn't it?
Connor Zilic really has got it going on. That truck's been sideways off the corner most all day long. It just seemed like it was hung out, but he was hanging on to it. We know what a talented young racer he is. Racing right along there with the 44 of Gould. Bailey Curry looking on.
He's got a Nice Motorsports sandwich right there, and Connor Zilic is in the middle of it.
Been impressed with Gould, haven't you, Phil?
I have.
All right, we're going to look for Tom.
Right off the truck.
He's on the back stretch.
Had some solid
along the
He's loose now, though. Sideways again
grass.
off that corner, and Zilic is able to turn to the bottom and take advantage of that.
So Zilic moves into 21st. Zilic
yeah, we don't. They won't do it. Race on FS1, yo.
Remember, he wowed everybody when he made his Truck Series debut at COTA earlier this season. Started on pole, finished 4th. But he's also been juggling Xfinity Series as well. This weekend, though, just focused on the truck.
Norm Benning there in the 6, going a lap down. No practice for Norm, so trying to get a feel for that truck.
Fast posse.
Tanner
You're
Gray,
welcome,
that
Mikey.
15 white and black truck on the outside. He's another truck that had to go to the back for the initial start. They had to work on brakes for him. He was getting some brake chatter. So they worked on that truck just like they did the 18 of Ankrum, who's right behind this battle for position.
And Corey Day in the 81, back behind the wheel, the sprint car driver, figuring these places out quickly. Never done this before. Back there in a mess. He's battling for the 30th spot.
There's a lot of messes out there, Jamie. Everywhere you, that's what I always thought about Martinsville. There's nowhere to hide. If your truck isn't what you need it to be, there's going to be somebody knocking on your door.
trying to get past
Jamie,
the 81.
When she said battling for 30th, I mean, there are solid, good trucks from the front of this field all the way back to where this battle for 30th is. Really, really competitive this year in the Truck Series.
You wouldn't be surprised to see either one of those 2 trucks right now running for 30th, battling for a top 10 position at the end.
Ankrum back there in 31st spot.
Tire pressures are starting to come up.
Enfinger, look at him. He's in 24th.
Are getting where they want them to be. The trucks are starting to hit that long run phase right now. Who can hang on for 100, for 50 laps and see what they have at the end of the stage?
Hopefully we can go green. As you see, the brake rotor's already glowing on Corey Day's truck.
130 likes. Keep it going. Should get to 200 likes.
Let's take a look at the 77 truck here. Chase Purdy, you see that brake rotor glowing. Chase finished 3rd in the spring in this race, so it's a good racetrack for Chase Purdy.
Could you explain to me why that's normal? I mean, that looks like it's getting ready to catch on fire, but you can see with the leader here as well. Everybody does that.
Christian Eckes continues to lead Ty Majeski and Nick Sanchez at Martinsville. Plenty more action to come.
All right, we are under commercial break. Thanks so much for being here today. Hit that like button for us as we are here at our last race of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series round of 8. 3 drivers are going to move on to the round of 4. The championship 4 is what they call them in Phoenix next week. We won't be doing next week's race. I will be in Houston. So this is our season finale of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. So I hope you guys have enjoyed us all season. We've done it since Daytona 500 weekend. We've covered every Craftsman Truck Series race except 3. I went to one of them, and 2 of them, and actually 1. I think I only missed 2. I think I missed 2. The one in Atlanta, was there one in Atlanta? Yeah, so I think I missed 2 races of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series this year. We brought you all of the love today. And tomorrow we'll be bringing you the NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualify and the NASCAR Xfinity Series race tomorrow. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. See if we can get to 28,000 subscribers this weekend. We will see if we can do it. But thank you guys for all the love. Make sure you're checking out our race vlog. Jamie says tires are glowing. That's right. Those brakes, when it gets darker, we'll really see them. But check out our race preview blog. The bot's telling you about that. The paint scheme and race preview blog. Make sure you go check that out. Hit the like and hit the subscribe on that as well. And let's see. Let's listen in to who's leading here. Christian Eckes. Let's listen into 19's radio here. Let's see if he's got anything to. Kevin says, "Let's go." Always a commercial and a crash happens, right?
Still not clear. 22. Still by 5. Smart.
Christian Eckes there. So let's listen back out.
Lap traffic. Like you said, Michael, you cannot hide. Truckers everywhere. In fact, when we went to break, there was a moment for the 98 of Ty Majeski running second.
Nita, what's going on too as well?
Didn't get any closer than that.
So close. I wondered if maybe Ty had to slam on the brakes, but listen to his engine.
Wow, the 6 almost took the 19 out.
Racetrack and he stayed in it.
He said, I think I can time this out just fine.
27 to go in stage
really
1.
Allowing Majeski to catch up as we go back and check on the progress of Tyler Ankrum, battling now with the 81 of Corey Day.
Regan.
Well, Jamie, Tyler Ankrum, we see him battling right now.
Let's get the 28K sub.
As you guys just mentioned, the report, though, from Tyler a moment ago about that truck, he is still too tight. Keep in mind, that is what they were fighting earlier today in practice. It does not appear it's gotten any better. Crew Chief Mark Hillman going to have to figure something else out to try and help him get through the pack. And yes, you're right. The other thing he's got to keep in mind that they've been mentioning is where the leader is. They don't want to lose a lap early on here.
Looks like they're gonna, Regan. They're the next truck to go a lap down. You saw at the top of the screen there, Christian Eckes coming off turn 4.
It would be really important if you would be able to get by
200 likes. Help us get there, y'all.
Insulation between them and Eckes.
Set a pick for him. And it looks like that Tanner Gray's holding these two up, but these two are side by side. Can't do anything about it. Brett Moffitt just hit there in the 4. Welcome back, Brett. Look at that. Is it going to be 3 wide? Whoa, Ankrum just sent it in there. Will he be able to stay off of Day?
He did a good job.
Ankrum and Day have been battling for a while.
But did a nice job staying off of Corey Day. It was a nice move, and I think right now desperate times call for desperate moves.
Yeah, he's got 2 trucks between he and Christian Eckes now. That's big. Looks like he's faster than Moffitt.
This will be a quick race. It will be.
Mentioned Brett Moffitt.
22 to go in the first stage.
Ahead of those guys. Racing for a new team, Henninger Racing. They bought all the assets from Brett Holmes Racing, the trucks, the equipment. They plan on running full-time next year, but they thought, let's run these last couple of races, and let's call up a former champion in Brett Moffitt.
I sure do like what Ingram's doing right now as you see him around Moffitt.
Brett Moffitt.
Another truck between he and Eckes.
Back in 35th
like that truck's
place.
Running pretty good right now.
Or 30th place.
See if he can get around another truck. Is that Matt Mills? No, that's the 02, Mason Maggio. I'm Dylan Lupton, excuse me, he's in that 02 this week.
Let's listen to Corey Himes' radio.
Awful 3 in the center. Terrible. 4. Okay.
Himes says awful.
Center speed's really good.
You know what?
That's 3 awfuls, wasn't it?
That was 3 awfuls. That means definitely a wrench is going to be stuck in the back of that truck. They're going to have to make some serious adjustments, as bad as he says that truck is handling.
Corey Heim hasn't gone anywhere. Started 7th, running 7th. As you see, Christian Eckes now on the back of Corey Day.
How many laps to stage? 50, 50, and 100.
Corey's looking for a way around Moffitt.
Just one pit stop, hopefully.
It's going to be a nice little run there for Corey Day.
I really like how that top side is looking pretty good tonight. You don't just automatically lose a spot if you get pushed up off the bottom of the racetrack.
Well, there's a Nice truck slowing on the front straightaway. I don't know.
Is that the 41 or 44?
We might have a caution here. The Nice truck.
Matt Gold.
Matt Gold.
Talking about the nice job he was doing earlier. He's got a problem.
Yeah, not under power, obviously, as slow as he's going.
He was running in 30th place last car on the lead lap.
Road is at the interest of
the question is he going to make it back in time?
There, that's what he does.
He does.
Oh, that's what he almost did.
Oh, he missed the turn.
It's not going to happen.
He might be able to get to the interest of pit road. Once he gets there, then he'll be fine. Yeah, as I suspected,
44 said he just shut off.
I'm not sure he's going to make it to pit road, guys.
Maybe he could use a starter.
We might have a caution here.
And Matt Gould told his relaying to his team that the truck just set off. It's kind of a disappointment, I know, will be for Matt. I was talking to the team prior to this race, and Matt just had the biggest smile on his face after qualifying,
and
coming
he
into
stops.
his second
Here comes the
Craftsman
caution.
Trucks race. He's feeling pretty good,
Caution.
knowing what to expect out of a truck as opposed to being in an initial start for him. And I talked to his dad, Phil Gould, and was like, well, what's this experience like for you, Phil? He said, this is nerve-wracking.
I bet it is, especially right now as the 44 is stuck on the backstretch. The caution is out for the first time tonight.
Phil, put your crew chief hat on. Might I pit?
I think so.
If I'm Grant Enfinger?
I think so.
Maybe Tyler
Say,
Ankrum?
why not? Why not pit? Then we know we're going to have track position when the rest of this field pits. And we know they're going to pit at some point, whether they wait till the end of the first stage or the second stage. But I like this now. We talked about the pit window being somewhere between 150 and 160. We're just outside of that. But, you know, we're going to have so many cautions. This race has had at least 11 cautions, 5 of the last 6 years. So we know we're going to get enough opportunity to save some fuel. And, by the way, Tyler Ankrum, those moves to get by those trucks, that kept him on the lead lap.
And Grant Enfinger, I mentioned him being a guy that might come to pit road.
52 likes. Let's get to 200, y'all.
So that truck is running well. I feel like these guys are confident about getting there on
spots
gas
since the start of the
like
race.
you said, all the caution laps that are probably laying
What's up,
ahead.
AJ Show?
I'm pitting if I'm back there. Heck, I might even do it if I'm up front.
Yeah, definitely from where Grant is. I think without a doubt, I think I would come to pit road if I'm Grant Enfinger, and certainly Tyler Ankrum as well. And plus, you get another adjustment. Try to make your truck better.
See the biggest movers. You guys mentioned Grant
Heim said
Enfinger.
his
He
car
was
is
on the
horrible.
move, up 10
His
spots.
word's awful.
He's in a perfect position to roll the dice. Do whatever you think is going to work. Let's come in now. There's Ben Rhodes decides to come to pit road. Corey Day thought about it.
Let's see, Corey.
Is that the 9?
Johnny Sauter, Crafton, everybody below the starter.
Just about almost everybody. There's Enfinger.
I like this.
I do too.
Ankrum,
there's
one of
Ankrum,
our playoff drivers.
What's up, Rodney? Good to see you.
Coming out pit road. They're coming your way, Regan.
Well, Jamie, there was that very decisive, quick decision by Mark Hillman. They were going to pit right here. This is a great opportunity with a truck that's extremely tight. They're going to make a significant adjustment right now, maybe more than what they might need, but they want to try and get out in front of it for as they run. This could set them up as they felt like their speed was decent once they got a little bit of clear track. Amanda?
Yeah, Regan, someone else that wants to see if they can set themselves up was Grant Enfinger. Started from the rear of this group up until the top 20 heading into pit lane. It was 4 tires in fuel for the 9, and they put the track bar down as well. But Grant's been locked into this championship for 28 days, Regan. They can just race different out here.
See what the lineup looks like here now.
Battle off the pit road between Grant, Johnny Sauter, and
Zillage
Matt
up
Crafton.
5 spots.
Zillage up 5 spots there. So pit stops lap 39. Remember, at the end of stage 1 coming up, 11 laps to go. Christian.
All right, 11 laps to go in stage 1. Hope everybody's doing well. Hit that like button for us. Hit the subscribe. Trying to get to 28K tonight. Or not tonight, but this weekend. We'll see if we can make it there. 356 of us here. A little early of a race. Maybe some more folks will tune in here in just a little bit. But this is NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Last race of the round of 8. We'll move on to Phoenix next weekend. So hope to see. Hope you all can find us. We're not going to be doing the race next weekend unless something comes up that cancels our cruise, but hopefully not. I want to go to Mexico. But next Friday night, it'll be on. So in Phoenix. And they're going to crown a champion. And who do you think? Let's do it. You know what? Let's do this really quick. How many cautions you got? We already got 1. How many cautions here the rest of the race? You get 1. You get 1 cheat one. How many cautions you going to go? I'm going to go 5. 5 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series today. I'm going 5 cautions. How many you got? Let me see in the chat. How many cautions you got? Pop's going 9. Butterfly's got 4. You're welcome, Robert. You're welcome. Who else you got? Let me see. How many more? Kevin's got 6. Robert's got 6. Jake's got 6. Jamie's got 5. Mark's got 7. Andrew's got 7. Cole Trickle's got 6. How many more? I'm at 5. Steven says. Denise says 4. NASCAR Bot says 8. T-Van's going 7. Bronny's got 10. He's like, we're in for a long night. 10 cautions for Bronny. Ronnie's got 6. So Kevin's got 7. How much you got here? James has got 7. Kevin's got 7. Robert's got 7. Wow, lots of cautions here tonight. So we got one cheat one, and you know that the stage cautions, that's 2, that's 3, so you're talking 4 more cautions there. How many pies at 28K? Just one today, this weekend, just one. I don't know, we'll maybe do 2 if we get to 28K as a celebration. We'll see. We got the whipped cream, so that's all that matters. Nascar says for champ for Cup Series about the 23. Huh? The 23. 7 for Adam. 3 pies for 30K. That's right. 30K, we'll do 3 pies. All right, going back to green here. Let's see what happens. 11 laps left in stage 1.
It's Ty Majeski.
Here we go. Green flag. Let's go racing, boys.
8 laps to go in stage number 1. A great restart for Eckes.
8 laps to go.
Raja pulling out the line. No room.
Raj tried to get out. He had to get back in.
And somehow avoided Chase Purdy in the 77.
Corey Heim with the block on Chase Purdy.
Caden Honeycutt, that blue and white. Number 45 on the outside of Corey Heim. Now Caden Honeycutt has that spot. Look at the block. Dean Thompson's going to run into the curb.
Holy cow.
I guess he didn't watch the lap before when Raja did it.
Raj, those tires, man.
Trying to get
Coming.
around that 5 truck of Dean Thompson.
7 laps to go.
Ruth just lost 2 spots. Was inside the top 10.
I'm glad I gave Raja a heads up that he was going to get mad at some point because I think he might be a little steamed. You can see William Swallich right there on the outside, just digging for space as the laps wind down. Grant Enfinger. Grant takes them 3 wide.
Battle for 4th. Wow, 3 wide at Martinsville.
Got to be impressed with Enfinger.
Ben Rhodes right in front of Enfinger. Remember, he was the first truck
in the lights. Let's go to 175
when that caution flag came out.
How fun is this? Being right there in the middle of the action.
Cams, I love those cams.
Comes to
Wish the cams were available. It'd be fun.
Higher than he has all the entire race.
That number 9 truck is quick.
And a few trucks up ahead of him. This 7, a Connor Zillich, one of those that pitted with him. He is on the move. Up to 11.
4 laps to go. Eckes trying to keep what he's doing last time.
RaceToStopSuicide.com onboard bumper cam of Daniel Dye. See Grant able to make his way by Raja on the 71.
Raja continues to go the wrong direction, down to 15th.
And remember, has not been the pit road yet either.
Look at this move. We're winding this stage up. Just 2 to go. Raja's struggling right now. Look at that block he threw. And then hit him, and he ran into the back of the guy that just passed
dive
him.
blocked there on Raj Caruth.
So Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, Nick Sanchez, and Taylor Gray. There's that 7 truck on the move.
We got 27 cars on the lead lap.
10.
And when somebody opens the door, you better hop in it, hadn't you?
Mm-hmm. When the spotter says clear, you take it right there.
Out of my bumper cam.
Problems.
Something wrong with Caruth.
We're hearing that Raja got into the wall. He's just trying to feel out. He knows he's on the final lap of this stage, and Eckes is gonna.
Eckes?
Gosh, come on!
Congratulations, Christian Eckes.
I mean, just
to that championship 4 along with Majeski.
It's gonna happen soon. It hasn't happened yet, but it's got to be so close.
So caution is out for the end of stage number 1. Christian Eckes picks up his 10th stage win of 2024. That's the most of all drivers. We talked about Raja Caruth had hit the curb. Let's see what happens. See that 71 truck just to the left of the screen.
That's Johnny Sauter, the 66.
He got loose.
He had an issue.
Yeah, I'm not even sure he hit the wall, but something happened to that truck. It went straight when he got to the corner.
Christian Eckes, first driver to score over 300 stage points in.
Remember, Eckes dominated here in the spring. Let's listen in to Eckes' cam. Let's see if he's talking to anybody. But thank you much for hitting that like button for us. Hit that subscribe as well.
How about your brake bias? You feel good? Yeah, I'm +2 right now. Okay, +2.
Second stage is 50 laps, and then 100 in stage 3. Quick first stage, about 35 minutes long. Another one will be 50 laps. It's going to go by quick. There won't be many cautions, but we're in our second caution of the night. Let's see if Christian Eckes can dominate this one as well. And they might eventually, a couple of these drivers might get locked in because of their points already, and Eckes winning some stages. And let's take a look. Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez, Taylor Gray, Lane Riggs, Corey Heim, Caden Honeycutt, Chase Birdie, William Swalowich, and Connor Zillich all got playoff points except Connor Zillich, or points, stage points. And only ones that did not get stage points in the playoffs were Enfinger and Ankrum back in 14th and 17th. Let's take a listen to see what we got here. 11th was Stuart Friesen in that 52, Dean Thompson, Ben Rhodes, Grant Enfinger, Daniel Dye, Johnny Sauter, Tyler Ankrum.
On that last caution. He's restarted 14th of the 10th.
Bailey Curry, Jack Wood, Corey Day, Jake Garcia, Timmy Hill, Matt Crafton, Matt Mills in 24th, Brett Moffitt, Dylan Lupton, Raj Caruth. He hit the wall going into turn 3. Did not turn. So Raj Caruth fell back all he gained on that last pit stop. Dawson Sutton, and then here's your 1 lap down. And Norman Benning, he's 36 laps down. What's up? Holly, good to see you. Hello, mods and everyone. Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome in, Holly. Appreciate you. What's up, bro? Happy Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. That's right, Clay.
92-17.
19's really good at this track. He won here in the spring as well. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, y'all.
Swingy in the rear, too swingy. You have to adjust on it. They're going to pit the same as us at the end of the stage, and on the splitter for a good 20 laps or so to start on the splitter too hard.
All right. We've been listening to Eckes in P1. I'm going to go back to FS1.
Taylor Gray, Corey
Lane
Hine,
Riggs into the pits again.
and 2 playoff drivers missing from there.
Mr. C, overtime, you think? Maybe. Good possibility.
Yeah, Christian Eckes, just like he did here in the spring, stays on the racetrack. Majeski this time, though, stays out there with him.
Coming down pit road, Amanda.
Taylor Gray told us earlier ahead of this race said that they have one mission tonight, and that is to win it all if they're going to play in Phoenix come next weekend. He said that there's going to be a few adjustments on this.
Eckes might dominate. He might pop.
Headed in the right direction. A little air pressure and track bar, but the 17 will be good to go, Regan.
Well, man, and definitely not what the 71 and Raja Caruth wanted tonight. Troubles out there on the racetrack as we saw him go up high on the track. Felt like he had a tire down at that moment. But
never had one, Cole. I was there. Never had one,
though. This to be a long stop. They're going to check the sway bars on that truck.
Ronnie dropped those 98s. What's up, Ronnie?
And the brakes didn't feel good. A number of different issues for the 71 right now.
That is one driver happy to get to pit road, get his truck looked at. Got everything on the line right now.
Luckily,
Open my dinger. He is not in this race tonight.
Able to get to pit road
30 likes to go to 200. Help us get there.
Plenty more action still to come from.
We got stage 2 about to start here. We're commercial break. Another commercial. So we'll see as it gets darker and the race gets later in the day how aggressive these guys get. Why can't you just play the race? Because it's against the rules. It's illegal. You can't just take someone's TV broadcast and put it on here. Other people will, and they'll get shut down. Just like you know who. So that's the problem. You can't show the race. It's illegal. There you go. What we watch on Saturdays and Sundays is NASCAR.com. It is public use, where the other ones are not. Copyright infringement. There you go, Pop. You can't take other people's work and put it on there. A broadcast, a live broadcast that's on TV that networks pay money for that there. Teely says, sucks that this will be your last video of the year for NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Now, there's a good possibility I might be able to do the Cup Series race on that Sunday because we'll be at sea. I'll test the internet to see how I can, but it won't be all the bells and whistles. It'll be just like plain one camera and the live leaderboard and the webcam. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But definitely not next Friday. Definitely not next Saturday. But we've had a great season together, and it's been a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun from Daytona to here. So sadly, I did that, and they did not care for Talladega. What are you talking about, NASCAR? Sadly, I did that, and they did not care for Talladega. Well, if you're little, you might not find it, but you're lucky. I meant this weekend. Enjoy your cruise. Oh, thank you, T. Lee. Yep. Next weekend, going on the cruise. But NASCAR, if you're willing to do that, I'm not willing to do that. I've built this channel enough to not get in trouble like that. I haven't put all this work into this channel just for that. So do apologize, but that's not what we do here. So Eckes, Majeski, Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, Caden Honeycutt.
As we get ready for stage number 2. Mixed bag here. You talked about strategy. Set us up perfectly, Phil. And we've had basically, it breaks down 4 playoff drivers have come down pit road at one time or another. 4 have stayed out.
Yes, our top 7 right there at the end of that stage all stay on the
racetrack. Oh, here you go. Green flag again.
So we don't know if they're going to try to shortcut this second stage. More than likely, especially for our playoff drivers, as we talked, other than Grant Enfinger, they need the points. Eckes with a stage win getting 10 points, and Majeski getting 9 points for finishing second.
That's different.
It's just a
it's not the live broadcast, NASCAR.
They're already there, but I'm going to tell you what, if the caution falls in a timely fashion, we'll see some more strategy, we did in that first stage.
We're not done with the strategy for sure.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity.
Here we go, second restart of the night. Christian Eckes once again on the inside. Ty Majeski, Nick Sanchez, Corey Heim, your first 2 rows. Great restart by Eckes. He picks up stage win number 1. Remember, he was perfect here in the spring, won both stages and the race. See Corey Heim back there in the 11.
Look at that dive by Nick Sanchez. Got alongside Majeski, clips the curve. They get together.
Ooh.
Man, sometimes that can cut that left rear tire.
Look at Corey Heim going to try to take advantage. Pulls right in behind Sanchez.
I just respect so much how these guys keep their cool when they get cut off like that. They don't just run over the guy ahead of them. There's a lot of give and take, even though there's so much aggression. More take for sure than give, but people understand if someone gets a bit of a nose in there, they're going to send it.
But I think late in this race, I'm not sure we're going to see that respect like we're seeing now either.
I know we won't.
There's Grant Enfinger back there, and that mess, as we call it, that gaggle of trucks. Enfinger up to 12. Yes.
Scrum.
The scrum of drivers.
Watch Daniel Dye. RaceToStopSuicide.com on board that bumper cam. We made it through one stage with that bumper cam.
Is that Grant Enfinger squeeze? No, that's Grant.
Yeah, that's Grant.
14 laps into stage 2.
This is a battle for the 12th spot.
Talked earlier about the speed that Ben Rhodes has. He's right along.
What's up, like, dislike, good to see. Elmer says, hello, you're back. Yes, we're back.
Or almost did.
We're here.
They've got Zilich trapped up top, and look how close
I can't wait for the Xfinity cams to see these floor cams. They look great.
Bite up off the corner to get
these
down
bumper
in front
cams
of Dean
look
Thompson.
awesome.
He did.
I wish y'all could see them.
By that 7 of Zilich.
Racing under the lights. That's right.
Riding on board with Daniel Dye. He's in the 12th position, giving us great pictures of what's going on all around him. Look at those 4 playoff drivers highlighted in yellow in the top 4. Look right behind them in 5th, Caden Honeycutt.
27 and 81.
Job.
Wow, Chandler
He's
Smith.
Showing why he deserves a full-time opportunity, and Al Neese has given him that.
Lighter and younger. NASCAR Jimmy, what's up? Danny M with Speedos. There you go.
Birdie in that 77.
I appreciate it, buddy.
of Zillage get to the inside.
I'm glad you found us too, NASCAR Jimmy.
Does a great job here, but just shows you what a job Zillage is doing.
Remember, Chase Purdy has not been to pit road yet. Zillage came in back on lap number 38.
That's right, T-Lee.
You see Matt Gould in the 44. We saw his troubles earlier. He's 4 laps.
Eckes, Majeski, Sanchez,
right now, but
Sanchez,
so much, Phil, getting to be out there in that scrum, as you called it.
See Matt Mills getting by Spencer Boyd. That's Matt, the red, white, and blue number 42 JF electric truck.
Jake Garcia there putting on the pressure. A little bit of smoke off of the truck ahead.
We're doing Carnival.
Tire lockup, probably.
Taylor Gray, one of those playoff drivers that just pitted last time around at the end of stage number 1.
And the 66 fighting here.
Battling with Johnny Sauter.
Look at Johnny Sauter in 17th
Good to see Johnny
spot.
back in the Truck Series field. Ran second in a big super late model race at Cordell, Georgia. Last week, I believe it was.
He's staying sharp, racing here and there. I looked up his history because we know he's been with ThorSport in and out for years and years. Raced for ThorSport from 2005 to 2015, and then again from 2019 to 2022. And obviously, that respect, love, and adoration between him and Duke Thorson is there. And he calls him when he needs somebody to jump in.
11,
without a doubt. And what a great choice it was, too.
Give another spot to Grant Enfinger. Dean Thompson put away.
I feel like, in a way, this is a replay of last week with Grant Enfinger. He had the issues, had to come down pit road, and then he just picked them off one by one on the racetrack.
Enfinger up
we
to 11.
About our top 7 trucks staying out at the end of that stage. Well, they're still running 1st through 6th right now. Chase Purdy is the only truck that has lost any position.
What's up, CeeLo? Miss Baseball 3D. I know, right? Thank you, Carl, for coming in and hitting that like. Oh, some NASCAR to my guy. Thank you, buddy.
23 laps in to stage
baseball,
number 2.
bro.
Christian Eckes continues to
Christian
lead.
Eckes with a 1.78 second lead. Christian Eckes dominated here in the spring, and he's dominating right here now. He might lock in a position here, him and Heim, but we'll see what happens. As we are 72 laps into this, 74 laps into this 200-lap race, 24 laps into this 50-lap second stage. The third stage is going to be 100. Been watching the race on the stream and figured the chat was lagging behind today. I don't know, just, it's a little early. It's almost 6 o'clock. We'll have maybe some more folks get in here, but let's get to 200 likes. Hit that subscribe as well, y'all. We're going to be bringing more NASCAR next year for sure. And this weekend. You're not going to miss out tomorrow. We got qualifying tomorrow for practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series and then Xfinity race afterwards. So make sure you're here for that. It'll be a good time tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow afternoon, I think. And all those streams will be up tomorrow as well. 45 in the wall, NASCAR says. Eckes 2-second lead now on Majeski. And then Sanchez and Heim. Heim is 4.75 seconds back from the leader. Patrick says go 88 Nation. But I like those Freddie Freeman home runs in the World Series. Oh, Freddie. Glad he's happy. Glad he is happy. CeeLo on the go. You're at the Florida-Georgia game? Nice, Mark. The biggest cocktail party ever, Jacksonville. Have fun. Mark, are you a Dogs or a Gator fan out there? 30 laps. 20 laps to go already in stage 2. Trying to get to 200 likes, 16 away. Bronny says Enfinger up 23 spots since the start of the race. That's 9, is now in the top 10. He's doing what he did last week. Had troubles. And then won the dang race.
He's working his way around the lap traffic. But no harm, no foul. Let's get an update on our front runners. Amanda.
Yeah, Regan,
awesome,
go back
Mark.
to qualifying when you guys were talking to Christian Eckes, and he was saying that he's feeling optimistic about tonight. I did that report ahead of this race saying that Christian thinks that he has a better
balls,
truck
Chris.
than we saw him win here.
It's almost
in
basketball
the spring.
season.
He told his team prior to this race, let's seize the day. Otherwise, he's been relatively quiet on the radio and has been pretty calm throughout this thing, Regan.
What's up, Jeanette?
Ty Majeski
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Number 98 right now. Very good behind the wheel. A little bit of trouble, though. Splitter has been hitting the racetrack in that truck the good majority of the race. The rear of the truck, he's struggling with grip with the back of the truck. Wants a little bit of help with that. Of course, they've stayed out the entire race so far. No chance to make an adjustment. Crew Chief Joe Shear reminded him, we're only going to get one opportunity. We got to get it right. Amanda?
Yeah, and Ringa, Nick Sanchez's main complaint hasn't been with the truck, it's been with the track. He said as soon as rubber gets down on this thing, it is game on, and that is exactly what Nick Sanchez wants. He said that it is do or die for him tonight, and that's what makes this one of the easiest races that he's faced all year. He says, I've never had a clearer mind about what is ahead of me. Regan?
Well, we heard the struggles earlier on the radio for
Figure up to
Corey
10th.
Heim.
He's
Was
coming.
not
What's
overly
up,
thrilled with
Patrick?
how his truck was. Getting a little bit better right
Come
now.
on, y'all.
for him,
Over
though, as he's
320
worked his way
watching,
through
not
the
even
field
200
side
likes.
line.
Let's go.
Getting the
Get those
track
likes.
position still needs help with the rear of the truck. The front has turned all night long. The rear is not keeping up with it, meaning it's slipping and sliding just a little bit. They're going to need an adjustment as well in this pit stop. And to update the 71 of Raja Karuth, still having issues with the brakes on that
JT.
truck. Expect them to get the brake bleeder bottle out and bleed the brakes when he comes down in the next yellow.
Not what that team wanted to have happen. Raja Karuth back there with his hands full in 24th. Remember, it's all about points. He was the first driver below the cut line coming in, and he received 0 stage points in stage 1.
How about that yellow and black number
Patrick,
9
I'm going
of Grant
Heim.
Enfinger, trying to grab that 9th spot
Heim
from
time in
Connor
4th
Zillich.
place.
Remember, flat right rear tire qualifying.
I think my
33rd,
dark horse
started
was,
33rd, and here he is now knocking on the door of the 9th spot,
Zillich?
already up into the top
Bronny?
10. And how about
I can't
Tyler
remember.
Ankrum? We've
Yeah, sure,
witnessed
Big
his
J.
struggles today, and there he is right behind Grant Enfinger and Connor Zillich.
I texted with Grant after qualifying. He said, don't you worry about me, Mikey. We got a good truck. We just had that problem with the tire. But I'm really impressed with Ankrum because this team was down and out. A lot of confusion, just uncertainty about what to adjust and what to do. And now look at him racing for a spot up in the top 10.
You see the last lap pitted for the playoff drivers. Top 4 have stayed out. Enfinger and Ankrum both pitted on lap 38. Good call for them. I mean, they're making their way up. Get in that contention to get some points in stage 2.
We said at the time that was a great call, an opportunity to adjust down the truck.
9 more likes to
Probably have
200,
enough fuel to
y'all.
make
Thank
it
you
as
so
long as we
much.
get enough caution laps, but you see Grant Enfinger now trying to grab another spot from Caden Honeycutt. That would be for the 8th spot. But we saw
Enfinger
already,
coming, man.
we talked about the differing strategies. Already 3 different
welcome, Big J.
times that our
anytime
playoff
you guys
drivers have come to pit
want to
road
see
during
the
this early part of this
scoreboard,
race.
let me know.
Well, some of them have come, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I think if the caution flies right now, those guys all come too. Or at least the first 2 for sure, because they've got fast enough trucks to win this race.
Remember, our top 5 still has yet to be to pit road. William Sawalch holding down that 5th spot. Great run for him. He's never had a top 5 here in the Truck Series. But there's
Nick
a
is about to put Karuth a lap down.
Doing all he can do. He needs to keep that 19 behind him if he can, but I just don't know if he has enough truck to do it, guys.
Going to be a tough task. You heard Regan talk about the issues. It's still not right for Raja Karuth doing all he can to hold off Christian Eckes. So we have 7 laps remaining in stage number 2.
And those are glowing, man.
Now, Raja Karuth becomes a big Jack
get
Wood
crazy
fan.
with this race. It
Jack
should.
is the next guy ahead of Eckes and Karuth and wants to make sure if he can't stay on the lead lap, Jack does.
You can see Raja just can't get down in the corner. Once he gets to the center of the corner, then he's fine, but he just can't get down in the corner, and that's where he's going to lose that spot and lose that lap to Christian Eckes.
There you see, just ahead of the leader, next truck in line, Jack Wood.
So Raja Karuth goes a lap down. Christian Eckes just continues to dominate this field.
Jamie,
5 laps to go here in stage 2.
Right now, keep an eye. See the right sides right there? both rotors are glowing, and as he goes into turn 3 in a moment, we're going to see that the left sides, and in particular the left front rotor, is not glowing. That is the one that he's complaining about. That's where they believe the problem is.
Well, I would agree 100% with that, Regan. You can see 3 of them
has had
glowing,
issues
and
all
that's just
day.
something you don't usually see. That left front is generally as red as the right front.
Yeah, definitely an issue. And Rajah reported during, prior to his pit stop that it didn't feel like the left front brake was working, and he is exactly right.
4 laps to go here in the stage.
The brakes is going to fix that. If you have enough brakes for both rears and the right front to be glowing the rotors, I'm not sure that bleeding the brakes is going to fix that. He may have something wrong with the brake line or something. I'm not sure what it is. And
Tyler Ankrum, this 18 truck has just come to life, guys. He's working his way, trying to get around Caden Honeycutt for that 8th position, and that's great news. That means he'll pick up some stage points.
He's not in the race, David.
He stays in position.
Not this week.
Eckes around Matt Mills. That's that free pass position that just took Rajah Caruth out of.
There's Jack Wood. Jack's the next truck. Caution is out. Caution.
Caution is out for the 2 car. Lupton.
Hard
Big
contact.
impact.
Boy, just came 1 lap too late for Rajah, didn't it?
He was running 29th at the time, making his first truck start of the year.
Crunched the back of his car. Pretty good.
This comes out with 2 laps to go in stage number 2.
That'll end the stage. Matt Mills looks like will be the free pass truck.
I don't know if you'll be able to fix it, guys. It's got the right rear pretty bad.
So Ankrum and Enfinger, both who were denied stage points. Stage number 1, both pick up a couple of points. And stage number 2. Wow, that had to have been a big impact. Let's see what happened here.
Listening to the O2 radio as well. What's up, Robbie?
Oh, all by himself, too. Generally, when you see someone spin up into the wall, they were trying to protect a position, cut a guy off. I don't know if maybe the brakes in the back locked up. A lot of times you'll get wheel hop into these corners. But there's the man tonight. He knew he was going to be. We interviewed him earlier today. Very confident in this 19 Gates Hydraulics truck.
Landon Lewis made his way to the garage. Tough break for him. It was a great opportunity to get behind the wheel.
He joins Norm Benning as the only 2 trucks.
Somebody have Caruth release the e-brake.
Off the track.
Ron Hornaday. Driver coaches him, spends a lot of time with him, saw him at the track earlier today. One driver I was keeping my eye on is Taylor Gray in the 17. He was working his way forward. With a couple laps remaining, I wondered if he could get himself inside the top 10, but it'll end with
You live about 45 minutes from Martinsville Speedway?
Yeah, and we know that our top 5 is going to come to pit road along with Caden Honeycutt, who is not pitted yet. Just remains to be seen whether Stuart Friesen, Ben Rhodes, who pitted on lap 38, and among others, if they stay out and get that track position.
All right, so Eckes wins the first one. He wins the second one. And like I said, he dominated here in the spring. So Eckes close to getting locked in here. I've been to Martinsville one time, and when I was there, I got to see Harry Gant win. So that's how long it's been since I've been to Martinsville. I got to see Harry Gant win one of those 5 that he was in a row. If y'all remember that, if you've been watching racing for a while, I got to witness one of them, and that was the win at Martinsville. But thank you so much for hanging out. Let's go through the field right here at the end of stage 2. Christian Eckes wins back-to-back stages. Domination here, just 3 cautions so far. Ty Majeski in second, Nick Sanchez in third, Corey Heim fourth, William Swalowich in fifth, Stuart Friesen in sixth, Ben Rhodes 7th, Caden Honeycutt 8th, Tyler Ankrum 9th, Grant Enfinger there in 10th. So Tyler Ankrum gets the stage points, so that's good. Lane Riggs in 11th. This is where normally Lane Riggs turns it on. Taylor Gray misses out on the points. Connor Zillich in 13th, Daniel Dye 14th, Chase Birdie 15th, Dean Thompson 16th, 17th, Corey Day, Dawson Sutton 18th, Johnny Sauter 19th, Matt Crafton 20th, 21st, Bailey Curry, 22nd, Brett Moffitt, 23rd, Jack Wood. And there's your 1-lap cars down, and then Norman Benning, I guess he is out. Pretty good, Patrick, man. 88 and 20th place. There you go. But thanks so much for hanging out. It's the third stage. This is where you guys decide Are you changing who you're going with? Are you keeping who you have? I'm going to go Corey Heim. Let's go Heim time. It's time to turn it on. It's going to be tough to pass Christian Eckes, though. Who do you guys got? You keeping with your 19? You staying with a 9? Who are you going with? Are you keeping your pick? Let me see in the chat below. Who you got? Let me see. Who do you have winning this thing? Heim time. Let's go, CeeLo. That's right, Pop. Heim time. Susan's going Heim. Anybody else changing their pick, or are you staying what you got? I got the 88 or the 81, Patrick says. Michael's got Friesen. Ricky, what's up? Hello, CeeLo, race fans. Mike D says the 99. What's up? 99. Sticking with Eckes. Sanchez for the dark. That's right. I picked Sanchez as my dark horse. That's right. Corey Heim. Jeanette says, Jeanette Stevens says, I'm staying with Ty in the 98. Ronnie's going the 98 as well. Who crashed the 02 Victorious? Kevin's got that 19. Eckes. Riggs about to drop the hammer. That's what he does in the third stage, right, Steven? Denise has got Heim. Eric's got Heim. Corey, hello from Canada. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. All right, y'all. Here we go. Stage 3. Troy's got Heim as well.
Because he's got to come to pit road.
And
he's not even
let's see. 98, Sanchez, Heim.
I don't disagree with that.
Eckes is staying out.
Well, you see Ty Majeski hitting the very first pit stall as he comes onto pit road. Right now, the front of the truck is tight. The back of the truck gets freer, though. And especially as the track gets rubber in, they're struggling with the rubber on the racetrack. So an adjustment for him. Amanda?
I just saw Christian Eckes make a clean entry into his pit box. He told the team, don't change a thing. Just give me 4 fresh tires and some fuel so I can keep going. He's been relatively quiet here tonight, guys. It's really been impressive to see. Regan?
Corey Heim and 11 doing exactly what they need to do tonight right now. As for the truck, it's been getting better for him, especially the middle of that most recent run. He was working the brake fans as the driver in the truck to adjust the truck, said he was able to get it pretty good with that.
Thanks, Regan. Christian Eckes.
Handsome Harry Gant,
pitted on lap 104 in the spring. What happened? He won the race. Tonight, he pits on lap 105.
Ankrum up 3, Enfinger up 2.
So much can happen between
Taylor Gray and Swallowage
and the
down
end of the
4.
race. Obviously, he's going to have so many trucks he's going to be in such heavy traffic, and we haven't seen near the carnage that we typically do here at Martinsville.
Third and final stage of elimination nights coming up next.
All right, third final stage. Green flag going to be coming up here in just a second. Victoria says, I got the 18 as a surprise pick. He has moved up in the standings as well. So we'll see what happens here in stage 3. 100 laps, well, 95 laps to go here on our channel. So hit that like button for us, trying to get to 200 likes. We're almost to 200 likes. And see if we can get some more folks in here. Menace, what's up? What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. I'm living Sauter in the top 10 again, T-Van says. He's running that 66 pretty well, huh? Connor Jones normally doesn't do that very well. So Sauter knowing how to run back at his old team. It's like peas and carrots. Commercial break tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I believe, is around 12:30 or 11:30 will be NASCAR Cup practice and qualifying. And then we'll bring you the live coverage of the National Debt Relief 250, the Xfinity race, flag-to-flag coverage, cams, all that good stuff, audio. We'll have fun tomorrow, so looking forward to that. Just got here to see my 99 in first. Brian, I guess Ben Rhodes didn't pit. Ben Rhodes did not pit because everybody else did. So that's why he's in first. I'm not sure if he pit, earlier before the stage ended or not. Show the bottom of the field for a second. You're welcome. Yeah, certainly, Steve. There it is. Lane Riggs in 22nd. Matt Mills 24th. Caruth 2 laps down. He's been having issues. He was in 20th on the lead lap, and then he went to turn in turn 3, and he went straight and hit the wall, and ever since then, he's been struggling. Heck yeah, let's go 99. Mac D says... See if Ben Rhodes can stay up there. I need to change my caution count to 4. Why did Ben Rhodes stay out? Exactly. I'm trying to. Has he got SVG's pit crew or something tonight? I'm beginning. We will have over 12 cautions. These drivers are an animal road today. Oh, we'll see. We have 4 now. But Enfinger is making his run. Lane Riggs may start moving. We'll see. Eckes, though, it's going to be hard to get around Eckes. He has been dominant.
Line, and he has picked up the win.
Rewind to the bottom. Can't find the rim. Yes, he does.
Once again, we see the 13 running in the back. Looks like Deegan Factor is still part of this team.
Just at the start-finish line. Well, Zane Smith had to win to get in. It's
Jake Garcia.
It's over.
At least he's on the lead lap.
Exciting moments from right here at Martinsville Speedway. Makes you wonder, will we have a walk-off win to punch their ticket to the championship 4 in a week from now? Well, we know it's not going to be Raja Karut. Regan reported on those brake issues. They are working on it. He left the window net up so he could get back out on track.
Karut is behind the wall.
To go for the championship are over. But I'll tell you, on the flip side, the 18, Tyler Ankrum, that truck has come to life, Regan.
Jamie, it has, and I had to check with Mark Hillman just to make sure I didn't miss something as that truck has worked its way forward. A little bit of strategy with that pit stop earlier on during stage 1. They were able to make up some of those positions, and on this most recent pit stop, a very good stop, leapfrogged him some more. He said the main thing they've adjusted is wedge. What that does, that frees the truck up. He said it wasn't a big adjustment, just enough to get what they needed, but the further forward they get, the better that truck gets. Keep an eye, this is the best track position he has had all night.
Welcome in, everybody. You're just coming in, hitting the like button for us.
Strategies, and we saw earlier that
there's only 3.
Okay, pitted at 3 different times. Well, some hadn't pitted yet.
Right,
well, now everyone's been to pit road, and Ben Rhodes, that 99 truck, is the only one that is doing differing strategy from everybody else in the field. Christian Eckes came in as a leader, comes out second.
Here we go, boogity. Ben Rhodes, let's see what he's got.
Cushion, he didn't get that. Be interesting to see how these old tires hold up.
Denny for sure, T. Lee.
I got to. Getting their driver out there. Meanwhile, Ben Rhodes restarts on the front row for the first time. Nice restart for him.
Ben Rhodes.
Wide mid-pack.
We're going to have that.
And he's staying out front, too.
Nick Sanchez on the inside of Ty Majeski. That's for 3rd.
I like what you pointed out earlier, Phil.
Pretty much, Jamie. He's behind the
generally
the wall, and now they're racing
again. Go
so.
backwards, but we're not seeing that today.
Michael, you look at that pylon. Oh my goodness, 3 wide. Connor Zilich, the meat in that sandwich. That's a battle back there from 12th back to 17th.
These drivers know that we're in the final stage.
Nothing yet, Chris. They have not said anything. But so pretty much, Eckes, Heim, and Majeski, unless something happens, they're going to be in.
That's only going to get more and more heated as we go toward the checker.
You see those playoff cutoff points as they run right now. Grant Enfinger, obviously, he's in. Nothing has really changed with Eckes, Heim, and Majeski. Battle for the lead here. Christian Eckes says, excuse me, Ben Rhodes. This has been my race. I've dominated. I want to take over.
This is all over
Ben Rhodes, though. He's been able to gap everybody.
Yeah, he can still get in, T. Lee.
So if Eckes makes short work of him, maybe Ben holds on to that 2nd spot.
Ben Rhodes, last year's champion, was eliminated after the round of 10. Oh, he gets a little push. Christian Eckes. Side by side.
Nick Sanchez likes what he's seeing. Those 2 trucks battling side by side. He's going to be able to gain on them.
Big Ben's going to tuck right in behind.
He says, I'm with
down
you.
To the bottom of the racetrack in the corners here. Remember, almost 80 laps on his tires.
Let's go to 250.
Truck.
Unbelievable job for Christian Eckes in this 19 team.
Same thing for Nick Sanchez. Right
Eckes is like, I'll just take this lead, thank you.
Most of the night to Eckes, along with Majeski. But I'm telling you, Phil, Nick Sanchez wishes that Christian wasn't so happy with that truck. He just needed him to be a little bit less thrilled with what he had, because what a performance, as you said, Jamie, by this 19 team.
Well, you saw the points at this level, at this rate. Nick Sanchez is in a must-win. He's got to get around those 2 trucks ahead of him if he wants any chance at Phoenix.
Yeah, Majeski came in above the cut line, the most precarious, only 22 points above the cut line, but
Eckes has led 583 laps this season on short track.
18 points gained already in
Crazy.
Look at this.
With the stages.
Short track laps led. Christian Eckes combined. He's led more laps than Majeski, Enfinger, and Heim.
Guys, in 6 races coming into this race, he has outscored his closest competitor by 80 points on short tracks. That's almost 2 full races on short tracks. He has outscored them in points.
Just consistency. We've never seen anything like this. He has 20 top 10 finishes in 21 races, 3 wins, and sure, Corey Heim has 6 wins, but his consistency has not touched what Eckes has been able to do.
Again, his average finish ranks up in the top 10 all-time in the series, going back till 1995.
What about the veteran Johnny Sauter and the kid Connor Zillage mixing it up there as you see Nick Sanchez pull to the inside of Ben Rhodes, and he's going to make quick work of this position. I think Majeski will follow right along. Those have been the best 3 trucks all night long, and they're going to surface in the top 3.
Amanda said, she talked to Sanchez, he said, this is the easiest scenario for us. We have to go out and win. There's nothing else about it. Can't count points. We're not looking at that. And right now he's got his sights set on one more truck, and that's the 19 of Eckes. If there's any slip up with Eckes and Sanchez can capitalize, he would immediately race next Friday for a championship.
And that would move that precarious position of Majeski from above the cut line to below the cut line. If Sanchez could get to victory lane.
77 to go.
I mean, the cream just rises to the top, right? You see the yellow. Those are all playoff drivers. You see Grant Enfinger in the green. He's punched his ticket. He's highlighted in green. Sawalich, though, and Freeze and Ben Rhodes, the only 3 non-playoff drivers in the top 10.
Working that gas, making that move. You see Tim Duggar riding along, liking what he's seeing so far.
Christian Eckes back out front doing what we expect.
Seconds on Sanchez. He's running away with it.
We're going to step aside. You won't miss a thing.
Eckes dominating here. 2.463 seconds on Nick Sanchez. And Carruth is coming out of the pits now. See if he can make up something as he's coming out 20 laps down. Pretty much Carruth's championship hopes are over. But Nick Sanchez needs a home run here to win, to get in. Ty Majeski, pretty much solid in. Heim as well. So we'll see what happens here. But these 4, no cams, Kevin. They don't supply cams for the truck series on NASCAR.com. I'm not sure why, but they don't. All they do is supply with MRN radio.
You crave power.
And that's a commercial break too. So let's listen into the round of 8 drivers.
Been entering above the rubber, then turn it down, square in the corner, off both ends.
But tomorrow, for the Xfinity race, we'll definitely have it, and the Cup Series race on Sunday.
Lap time wise, 70 to go at the line, 7-0, 7 to the 99, who's got 3 to the 11.
70 to go.
80's in front of you right here. Stay the 80's in front with the 98 to 2.
See what happens here. 70 to go. Everybody just kind of single file, going into the turns, not really doing anything.
I'm telling me on the back. Above the rubber, lost a little bit of time. Clear by 2. Hey, keep them at 20 wrapping the bottom here. Just got better roll speed. Clear by 2.
What time tomorrow for the Cup Series practice and qualifying? Let's look.
Remember your tools.
Let's see.
What did he say, Arm?
Ben Rhodes going to have to pit eventually. He's got less fuel than everybody else. He did not pit at all.
I mean, you could do a little diamond, but...
Even. All clear.
11:45 tomorrow. 11:45.
Go.
Central. 11:45. Sanchez wins will put Majeski below the line. Yes, it will.
06 to 98.
Maybe one day the Colts will be good enough to be in a promo. You know what I'm saying? We benched our young quarterback this week, Anthony Richardson, but Joe Flacco will get the job.
It was a lot of years.
11:45 Central.
And you can tell by the celebrations you have these days. And I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Loyal fan. I love watching the NFL on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
What if Ben just doesn't fit? I don't think he can make it.
Through some
His fuel is half less than everybody else.
Put Spencer Boyd down another lap.
He's trying to get this race over quick so he can get home and get ready for NFL on Fox.
He's had to work his way around a lot of lap traffic tonight. 2.8.
Kurt, make sure you're in 1080p. Sometimes YouTube will
when that gap closes
have your
up a
settings in like 480.
You have to
so make sure you're in 1080p.
Is going to have to go through that same traffic.
Let's listen to hear what Sanchez is saying.
Sure you're aware, but if we win the 98 South, that's why it's going to be difficult, you know? Oh, yeah, no, I got it. Simple.
Heard him giving
I think that's exactly what...
Go ahead, Amanda.
Yeah, Jamie, I was just going to add on that. You have to think that's exactly what Nick Sanchez is thinking. His spotter actually even told him, hey, stop looking at that mirror, settle down and look forward. His team's trying to give him information of where he can catch up to Christian Eckes. Tell him where he's better on track than what the 19
You watch Truck Series live for free. Victoria's no.
4 for Nick Sanchez to get around this traffic and kind of chase down Christian Eckes, Jamie.
Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, great communication there, and you hear him say the deal is we're in, the 98 is out, doing all they can. They still are 3 seconds back to the leader. Battle for 7th. Taylor Gray talked about him just missing those points that he needs so bad, but Tyler Ankrum in the 18 truck just come to life. Just so bad in practice. Something going on. Figured out it was the brakes. Started in the rear. And they've really done a nice job.
And then Grant Enfinger so bad in qualifying. And it turns out it was a flat tire, and he's done the same thing, rallied all night long.
It's like Ben is hoping for a caution. Hope so.
Nice, strong run for that young man.
But it's on FS1. If you're able to watch it on FS1. You're going to finish second 10 times before winning his first Cup race.
Looks like he's
which is in 1982. David Clark, thanks for that stat.
Maybe that's partially why I feel we haven't seen a bunch of carnage. People have options when they get down to the corner. They don't have to fight for that curb down on the bottom.
No, we don't typically see that here at this racetrack.
It's fun to watch.
It is.
Trying to get to 225 on the lights. Help us get there.
It's been an impressive year for Taylor Gray, the 19-year-old. Jeff Hensley comes on board, and those two just hit it off. Started the first race at Daytona.
60 to go. It's going to go by quick.
They have just figured things out. Great consistency. He's learned so much in his first full season. And now just like that, he got the call to move up to the Xfinity Series next year.
Yeah, great opportunity for him with Joe Gibbs Racing. Had some really solid runs running a limited schedule for Joe Gibbs this year.
William Sawalich doing another nice job keeping it inside the top 10 in that one truck.
Saw just ahead there, Stuart Friesen talked about that 6th place run at Miami. And here he is again up there, 6th place, having a great run.
All over the back of that 11 of Corey Heim.
Corey's been pretty much mortal the last couple of weeks. It's been surprising to see as good as he's been all year long.
45 laps complete. Eckes has opened a 5-second lead, 5.5-second lead on Sanchez. What's up, Michael? Good to see you. Billy Bowles, what's up, buddy?
Just a few laps in. How terrible.
Predict 29K subs this weekend? No, I don't think so.
Great battle.
Maybe.
Taylor Gray, Tyler Ankrum.
Tyler Ankrum and Taylor Gray battling here for 7th spot.
That's for 7th.
Thankfully, it was Carroll on the outside.
Yeah, just heads-up driving, and certainly by the spotters as well, to let them know that they were 3 wide. You saw Tyler Ankrum give Taylor Gray plenty of room in the middle of that 3-way battle.
Is it going to be a short winner? Yes.
Oh, man, Gray's tough up on that outside.
Funny.
Ankrum saying, come
Welcome
on,
in,
man.
y'all.
We would love to just put him
Appreciate
away
you being
and
here.
go on and try to chase down Stuart Friesen.
And he's going to get it done.
Tyler Ankrum, you look at his season, he comes over to McAnally Hilgeman Racing.
Sanchez somehow wins this. Majeski's going to be out.
Stuart Friesen.
Tyler just hit it off. It's been fun to watch this year. And Friesen on the move.
Been a bit of a struggle this year for Stewie. It's good to see him have this type of speed. You talk about him winning on dirt. Every time I look at Instagram, he's holding a trophy somewhere
MVP.
up
Thank
in
you,
the Northeast.
sir.
You'd like to hold one of these clocks.
Man, Billy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, buddy.
And he had a great run last week. Friesen getting a 6th place finish at Homestead. Well, the night has belonged to the 19 of Christian Eckes. Can he hang on to it? 50 laps to go from Martinsville.
All right, Eckes dominating here. Race is almost over. Anything bad happened? No, just had a one caution for a stalled car and another caution for a big just a wreck off the O2 hitting the back of the Billy Volo's your 71. He's been having a hard time. He's back out on the track, but he's had some issues. He's 21 laps down. Pretty much done for Caruth probably. But everybody else, the playoff drivers, Grant Enfinger just kind of coasting in 10th place. He's just chilling, you know. He knows he's in. The question is, who's going to be? Is it Christian Eckes, Heim, and then Majeski, all plus 38 above? At least the 81 is still in the race. He is. Connor Day is still in the race on 81. Connor Jones got suspended for one race. You're correct on that. He did get suspended for one race. But Matt Mills is in, and he is Matt Mills. Where are you at, Matt Mills? Matt Mills is 2 laps down in 24th spot. But we'll see what happens here. If anybody wins this race, other than below the cut line, Majeski is out. So Majeski really hasn't done much today. It's been all Christian Eckes. He won the first stage. He won the second stage. And pretty much has led 143 laps of the 200. So, and the other was Ben Rhodes, the 11. He stayed out and led 11 laps. So there it is. Why did he get suspended? He hit Connor Jones hit Matt Mills in the wall the other day for the last race, and he had to go to the hospital. So, and when he wrecked Matt Mills, Connor Jones came over the radio saying, "I can't stand the guy. He deserved everything he got. I'm tired of dealing with that guy." So his actions on the radio plus his actions on the court, on the track, got him suspended. So Mark Evans says, my dark horse is Mr. Freeze, Stuart Friesen. There you go. He's dominating. He is dominating. So keep hitting that like roll. We're trying to finish with 225, maybe 300 likes possibly before this is over. We'll see what happens.
Jamie Little, Phil Parsons, Michael Waltrip, and Regan Smith and Amanda Busick on pit road. Glad you're joining us under the lights on this Friday night from Martinsville. Christian Eckes has been so dominant. He's led 146 laps so far tonight, and he just hit 1,000 laps led this season. That is the first driver to do it since Kyle Busch in 2010.
Wow.
Been
14
impressive.
years.
Big track, little track, he don't care. He just runs up front, as you see. Corey
Also,
Hahn
Connor Jones has a
continues
history
just
of wrecking people,
fall
Steven
back.
says.
Lane Riggs is going to get in on the bottom here and take the spot away from.
I think they should have parked him for the rest of the year. You're right.
It is
Big
really
J.
surprising. You think Corey Heim, he got the win here last year, but you know, in the spring,
what's up, Kyle?
he
Good to
finished
see you.
10th, so they didn't really have a full handle on it then either. See, he's falling back to 11th.
Well, Jamie, as you see Corey Heim right there, you're mentioning about the spring, the struggles that they had. They actually went back to their 2023 setup with that 11 truck. Of course, at a race that he won that particular season. Evidently not quite correlating the way that they want tonight. Still struggling with the same issues with the rear of the truck that they had been earlier on.
That's surprising to say the least. Regan falling outside of the top 10.
Yeah, they don't struggle very much. hardly anywhere in the series. You can take a look at our leaderboard there on the pylon. Nothing really has changed. As Stuart Friesen's going to try to grab that 4th spot from Ben Rhodes.
We're going to come up on Jake Garcia. As you see the 18 there of Ankrum, he's continuing to march forward as well.
These trucks are so beautiful under the lights, and we don't get to see a whole lot of night races anymore.
I thought so
and we
too,
didn't
Pop,
see 'em
but
for years and
Eckes
years
is
and
just
years at
dominating here.
Martinsville, so it's special
39
to
to
get
go.
do this. It's a big night.
A 6-second
playoff
lead.
elimination night, and the
Caution.
caution is out for Caden Honeycutt.
Well, that could change things. You see some,
It's the wall.
some contact with the outside wall for the 45 truck of Caden Honeycutt.
He stopped
You're welcome,
just
Rodney.
between turns 1 and 2. Now he's rolling again. He was 13th at that time.
Like it went in maybe nose first, Phil. I don't. Is the right front down?
Right front's down now. We don't know whether it went down and caused this or
Has the looks of that's what
it
happened.
does exactly. Good bit of damage to that niece truck.
The 5th caution. No, it's the 4th.
That's the 4th caution of the night. Of course,
Jamie Little told me he was.
Stage breaks.
Well, that's going to change things here. That's going to give Sanchez an
just doesn't
opportunity
have
here
the
on a
truck
restart.
tonight.
Yeah, I've been watching
nobody
the
can
lap
keep up
times,
with him.
Sanchez is equaled or runs just a little bit quicker than Eckes. A lot of these laps, it's hard to follow along to see who's in traffic and who isn't. But I've seen a couple of clean laps, and it looks like Sanchez is equaled out. And, you know, we've talked about pushing and shoving. Just, I don't care what you've seen the first 163 laps. It's getting ready to look a lot different. This restart will be very, very aggressive. Christian Eckes has had the truck to drive away from the field, but if he can do that, behind him, it's going to be chaos.
Desperate times right now for the 2 of Nick Sanchez.
See, Daniel Dye came to pit road. I don't think pit road
Drama
is open
time.
yet,
Time
so
for
he
a
will have
cold
to
beer. That's
restart
right.
from the tail end. Obviously,
Hit that subscribe, y'all. Hit that like if you haven't signed up for us yet.
Daniel had fallen off the lead lap.
See a couple
Thank you, Billy,
Elmore
for
engine officials there, so obviously
for becoming
felt
a
like
member,
something
man. We
was going
appreciate
wrong,
you.
whether it was a plugged wire or something going wrong with the engine. That's why the Elmore folks are under the hood there. We'll see if anyone takes this opportunity to come to pit road here. I'm telling you, if I'm outside the top 10, I might take a chance here. There's not many laps to go. Maybe take a chance and try to get some new tires and make something happen, even though this pace has been pretty quick this entire race.
What about Corey Heim? He's running 11th. We've documented his struggles.
Why
Is it
not?
Time for, we've talked about Hail Marys. I would almost call coming to pit road right now a bit of a Hail Mary. Take a chance that others don't.
Yeah, only 17 trucks on the lead lap. We've had as
Oh,
many as 27 on the lead lap
he's
this
only gonna
spring.
lose 6 spots. I believe I'd come if I was this 11 team.
Well, all eyes turn to Big Noon Saturday as 4th-ranked Ohio State squares off against 3rd-ranked Penn State in one of the biggest games of the year. It all starts at 10 a.m. Eastern with Big Noon kickoff that's live from Happy Valley, followed by Ohio State, Penn State. That's at noon. It's all on Fox, and that is a big game. Not a fan of Ohio State, are you?
I made that aware. People aware of that during a practice show.
There
And you
went Taylor Gray, man. He barely made it in.
Corey Heim, you said outside the top 10.
Here he comes. This is good stuff. Talk about aggressive racing with those new tires. We're going to see it.
We're going to use those bumpers, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
But I like this call. Again, only 17 trucks on the lead lap. We're used to way more than that. There's been very few cautions this race for what we normally see.
Amanda.
As you see Grant Enfinger pulling into his pit box, he's been talking about the importance of tires here tonight. Before the prior stop that Grant had, there was a conversation with the team. Do I take 2 tires? Do I take 4 tires? Grant said no, tires will make or break it here tonight. So maybe that's
Hey guys, what I missed? Caution by the 45.
Back-to-back wins here in the playoff, back on track.
Yeah, and these guys, so many people came to pit road, so the guy that won the race off of pit road, of the trucks that pitted, he's going to have pretty good track position.
Saw Taylor Gray come down pit road. Watch how this shuffles out.
I don't think this will affect Christian Eckes at all unless there's multiple cautions and people get knocked out of the way and those fresh tires
I'm on pit road. Let's go.
Toward the front.
Go, Corey Heim. I don't know if it's going to...
I guarantee you Christian's
He'll be able to
concerned
get back
about,
in time, though.
where's the first guy on tires going to restart? That's the question I would ask if I was
bringing them back to the race really quick. Like, let's get back to racing. 33 to go here.
See if we can tell what happened to Caden Honeycutt. You can see some sparks, and he's down on the bottom, up into the wall.
Yeah.
He lost a right front tire like we speculated.
Like Porsche coming in, y'all.
Tough break for Caden Honeycutt.
Trying to get the 250 on the
outside
likes.
the top 10.
I don't believe he can get going again.
No, he's already 5 laps down. I'm sure they're just waiting for pit road to clear so they can push that truck behind pit wall.
Just remember this name, Caden Honeycutt. He will go to victory lane next year. He's a talented young racer and getting a great opportunity.
Regan, let's hear from a crew chief. What's Joe Shear thinking?
Well, Jamie, maybe not the caution that you guys necessarily wanted to see. It seemed like everything's going just like you wanted tonight. Truck's very good. Joe Shear, you didn't know how to play the race out earlier. Looks like it's going well.
Yeah, it's going with, what we need to do here, but I wish it was a little bit better. The 19's pretty stout. We just got to make sure the 2 don't win.
How do you do that?
What's up, Bill? Good to see you, bud.
That's up to those guys.
Good luck.
Joe said, I gave him the truck he needed to make sure that doesn't happen. Now go make sure it doesn't happen. Joe's done everything he can now.
Night, JT.
Amanda.
Well, Kevin, Joe Shear just said we have to make sure that the 2 does not win. I heard you guys flirting with the idea of making a pit stop there. You decided to stay out. How can you guys get to Christian?
Christian's really good, but we still feel we get the front row here. Christian could spin his tires. We could get the lead. As the run went on, we're really good on the long run. So we felt if we can get the jump on the restart here and get out front, we that's our best shot to win. We bigger.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Ooh, tense times here on the front row. We're going to choose it up.
Yeah, we know he's going to take the front row, and I think he has to. This situation, again, you never know what could happen. It could spin, especially old, hotter tires. A lot easier to spin those tires
taking the inside.
On this restart.
Sanchez
takes the bottom as we expected, and we've also documented how strong that outside lane is.
I'm with 4 tires.
Jumping up
way back.
Up a row.
In 13.
Tyler Ankrum. Stewart chose the bottom.
This will be the first time this evening that Nick Sanchez has restarted on the front row.
Only 8 trucks stayed on the racetrack.
It's about to get real aggressive.
Phil, have we seen our last caution of the evening?
I can't imagine we have.
I can't either. We've seen these races before. Yes. We've seen a lot of them, actually.
30 to go here.
In the spring, our average green flag run was less than 10 laps.
Who's leading? Christian Eckes and Nick Sanchez on the outside.
So Ben Rhodes, the first driver on fresh tires, back in the 9th position.
Here on the, loosen them engines, warming those tires up, getting ready to go.
Green flag.
Christian Eckes, stage 1, stage 2. Control truck right now, but Nick Sanchez wants to change it. He's got to win if he gives
Great jump by Eckes. Now let's see what Heim can do. Ben Rhodes on fresh tires as well.
On the bottom.
You know his marching orders was don't let the 2 win, so he's going to hang right there on the bottom. Can he stay there? Moves him up a bit on entry.
Can't quite clear him.
That's exactly what Christian Eckes wants to look in that mirror and see.
Look at Stuart Friesen.
Eckes and Sanchez battling here for second.
Sanchez, it turned him sideways a little bit. That allowed Sanchez to squirt out in front of him.
There you see those tires on Ben Rhodes. Can he get 2 for 1 in this corner? He hops the curb.
Tyler Ankrum had a little contact, washed up the racetrack, lost a couple spots in the 18.
How about 3 wide getting down in the corner?
Eckes is going to win.
Can he go all the way around a corner here 3 wide? Holy cow, what racing.
Oh, did you see? Chase Purdy was turned completely sideways.
Got it headed in the right direction, and look at that.
Corey Day, 3 wide, all the way back.
Haley Curry hopped the curb and got a spot.
I'm coming here.
Chase Purdy says, I'm getting out of here. Excuse me, coming through.
I'm back
this
in 11.
Synchronized driving right
now 10th.
They're all over each other, but making it happen. Watch this contact, and the truck nearly goes spinning.
Right beside that was Corey Day, I think, that just turned left. He might have got a little bit of a push from Connor Zilic.
He got hit from behind, and it turned him directly in.
Oh, no, he didn't get a push from behind. He misjudged it. He misjudged it. He was trying to get him behind Chase Purdy and misjudged it.
Corey Heim came down and got fresh tires there. He's up to 9th. Regan.
Well, Jamie, that's right. We saw him on pit road that last caution. Not necessarily what they wanted to do, but they had to play defense a little bit. They thought if they didn't pit that all these trucks with fresh tires would be coming up through the pack. If there was too many of them that pitted, they said, we have to pit so that we can play offense instead of defense. That's how it worked out for them.
Reagan, I want to give you a report on Christian Eckes. Last time by, he was 0.3 quicker than the second place truck. So he's moseying on his way. Did you see Ty Majeski still battling tightly with Sanchez? I believe he's better right now than
trying to get around Sanchez.
The fastest truck
Taylor
on the track
Gray
was
pull off an
Taylor Gray
upset?
with those
No.
fresher tires.
Eckes is already 2.5 seconds with 22 to go.
All this action, it's unbelievable.
Keep it out like
We've only
Forrest.
had 2 different leaders.
Where's
Christian
Raj?
Eckes and Ben Rhodes. Let's get an update on Taylor Gray, Amanda.
21 laps down.
I think Taylor Gray thinks he might be the best truck on this track as well right now. His crew chief was telling him, keep digging, be smooth. We can get these guys. Michael, you were talking, he's running some of the fastest lap times around this place right now. It was a last-minute decision for them to dip into pit road and take 4 tires and get Taylor
dropping
Gray
those
back
7.
there for an opportunity. It is to win it to play in Phoenix.
It was a really solid late decision, Amanda. He is the only truck in the same area code of Christian Eckes.
We've now reached our Craftsman 20 to go.
Yeah, Taylor Gray, I think, is going to need a caution flag. He needs to get a caution, get closed up.
Look at him.
Trying to move Nick Sanchez out of the way. He's going to be able to get by Sanchez, I think. He's still showing about 3 seconds behind. Oh, and there's that caution flag.
Another caution.
Brett Moffitt. A lot of damage to the left rear in the 81 at Corey Day.
Tanner Gray was involved as well.
That's the break that Taylor Gray needed.
I'm telling you, Phil, Taylor Gray is desperate. He needs that win. We talked about it. Throwing that Hail Mary.
If Sanchez will take the outside on the restart, then that will put Taylor Gray or potentially put Taylor Gray right behind our leader Eckes, Michael.
Brett's having trouble getting fired back off. There he goes. Big damage to the left rear of that number 4 truck.
Another restart opportunity, but Eckes has just been untouchable on the restarts.
There's
Tanner Gray, a little contact as well. His tire looks messed
Tanner
up.
Gray.
Check out right here. That's Dean Thompson, the 5 truck behind the 15 of Tanner Gray. Whoa, that's just a situation where he's just going to dump him. Probably mad about the block. Looked like Tanner Gray was down the racetrack some, and Johnny Sauter was an innocent victim of that.
A lot of damage.
Well, I don't ever like to say I told you so, but that's push comes to shove.
We'll get a jump.
A lot of shoving.
That's a lot of shoving.
See what happens
Brett
here.
Moffitt,
17 to
that Ford truck
go.
driving for Henninger Racing, brand new team. They just acquired all of this equipment and those trucks from Brett Holmes Racing. Now they've got a wrecked truck to fix before we go racing next season.
Look, Taylor Gray in that 17 in the 3rd position.
Taylor Gray
the only
pull it
truck
off.
in the same class as Eckes.
And knock Eckes out.
I think Christian still in control. What's Ty Majeski thinking with the 98?
Oh, boy. This ain't good. No. This isn't good right here. We ain't going to do where we're at. We're not going to be able to defend nothing.
And what's not good is the Taylor Gray truck is going to be right on the bumper of Christian Eckes. And
Burn
probably
rubber, Dallas.
We'll be using that bumper.
Fabio,
and
thank
why
you.
it isn't good is because if Taylor Gray makes his way in, it could knock Majeski out.
And Michael, something else to think about also with the 98 of Ty Majeski. He has a teammate on fresh tires behind him, the 99 of Ben Rhodes. He just said on the radio, my best bet might be to let Ben go up there and battle it out with those guys to keep Taylor Gray from getting the win potentially.
Oh, there's so many moving parts and pieces, Regan. This playoff racing and stage racing and just the drama that it all comes down to here in Martinsville.
It's about to get real.
Well, Well, Jeff, there's a lot of drivers that are discussing your driver right now. Ty Majeski just saying on air, man, this is not good right now. It was a late dive for Taylor into pit road. What spawned that decision?
Hey, I mean, actually it was a pretty easy call because we weren't going to win it like we were, and the 98s had a really good night tonight, point-wise, and it was our only call. I mean, you know, we got to get up there. I just think it go rest of the way green. We got a shot. The 19 is still really good, but we're on about 40-lap pressure tires here, so we'll see what happens. Get us a good restart
Canadian
here.
mod.
I think we get out front.
Is the big one going to happen? Probably not.
Made our truck better. My strategy ain't been worth 2 cents. We had a grand plan when this thing started, and obviously we've changed it about 4 times. So I guess that's the definition of a good plan. It's changing when you have to, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think we're in good shape.
Thank you, Jeff.
I think it's been pretty good.
Well, you have to adjust,
adapt, and he's been able to do that and do it well because he's in a position right now with Taylor Gray.
Pick Taylor Gray,
maybe make something happen.
Good job,
you know, you have to have a plan so you know what you're varying from, and that's what they've done is varied from their plan, and that's been. I'm just hoping this doesn't get ugly. You know, I hope they don't just start running over each other because there's so much on the line.
That's what's going to happen, Mikey.
For a championship. How does this go down?
And Jeff was talking about having fresher tires. He pitted 60 laps after Eckes.
The kind of one.
He's talking about green flag laps. Those are the only laps that really matter on the tires. It's going to be fun to watch here.
Let's listen to the 98 again.
Yeah, tell Ben when we get strung out, or like tell him to race me. Don't yield to me. You know, I need Ben to get up there. So just tell him that. Yeah, copy.
He's pulling for Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Ben was one of those trucks
driver
that came down pit road when Taylor
is not
Gray
in the playoffs.
How about Sanchez?
Majeski will get in.
Takes the bottom and
If
gives
not,
the front row to Taylor Gray.
Well, we didn't
see that coming.
Well, one thing you got to think about, Phil, is how fast 19 has been all night long. He just takes off from the restart and he's gone. Maybe Sanchez thought, I'm just going to follow him.
No,
and
we turned our light off.
Best chance
we weren't
to get
giving
up
out
there
candy. We
and
were
race
home.
for this win. If I get on the outside, you put the 17, who he knows has
and I'm glad I didn't do the Predators game.
He might lose second as well. So this could be a strategy just to count on the speed that Eckes has had all night long and follow along.
So Ty Majeski we were listening to in the 98 truck outside row number 2. He's talking about his teammate right there, Ben Rhodes on the inside.
Here we go,
right
boogity.
Here we go, green flag, boogity. Let's go race, boys! Taylor Gray. What can Nick Sanchez do on the inside of row number 2?
Eckes,
Ben Rhodes takes
bye-bye. Oh, my God.
You saw Taylor Gray work that
Taylor Gray give it a run. No, Eckes is gone.
He's got that second spot.
Sanchez slips back to third. It didn't pay off for him.
Would Taylor Gray spin Eckes? Would Taylor Gray spin Eckes for the win?
Who's right there hanging with Eckes? Taylor Gray's on the bumper.
Oh, he's giving him a bumper.
11 laps to go.
Inside.
Caution is out again.
Another caution.
Turn 2.
Who was it this time? Johnny Sauter.
Stuart Friesen had some piece or
Johnny
Some
Sauter.
damage to the left rear of that, right in front of the tire on the left side.
These were trucks that were running in various positions, so it must have been a bit of a chain reaction.
Was the 9 maybe Grant Enfinger part of this?
See if we can break this down. 9 gets hit by the 77. He knocks into the 52 of Friesen, and then, like we said, somehow back there, Johnny Sauter gets involved.
Heads up driving by Connor Zillage and Dean Thompson there. We're under caution for the 6th time with 10 laps to go from Martinsville.
I didn't do it. All right, so Johnny Sauter, he was having a good run today. He is under caution. He was the last car on the lead lap. He will be a lap down now. Matt Mills there, 1 lap down. But all eyes are here in the top 11 with the playoff drivers. Christian Eckes and now Taylor Gray, who has the strongest tires on the track apparently. I didn't expect to get ugly this fast. Nick Sanchez, Ben Rhodes. Now, Ben Rhodes wins, or Chase Purdy, or Connor Zillage, or Lane Riggs, or anybody not in the playoffs. Majeski should get in the playoffs with Eckes and Heim. But if Heim wins or Eckes wins, they're still good. But anybody below the cut line, then they will get kicked out. But thank you guys for being here. Hit that like for us. Trying to get to 250 likes. Hit the subscribe if you're new. We'll be doing NASCAR tomorrow as well, and Sunday. All NASCAR this weekend on the channel. So our last full NASCAR weekend. What's the cut line right now? It is, I haven't showed it, but it's probably the bottom 4. So Caruth is in the very last spot. Taylor Gray's probably right there. And you got Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez, Raj Caruth, and Ankrum. So Nick Sanchez, and then Taylor Gray, and then Ankrum, and then Raj Caruth. Let's be honest, Eckes is gonna win, dude. Dominated the whole race. Yeah, Taylor Gray might have had a good run if the caution didn't come out. He was about to get sideways with him, or side by side with him. But you're welcome, Elmer. Cheryl, Enfinger up to 6th. Yeah. Enfinger doing his thing. Could he win another one? Could he sweep the round of 8? We'll see. Gray, Ekins, and Rhodes. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm pulling for it now, Don says. Yeah, Rhodes, man. Let's see. Here we go. Back to it here.
Dicey here. There'll be 6 laps to go at the line. Taylor Gray was so aggressive all over Christian Eckes when that caution came out. What does he do here?
He's better than Eckes, and I think Phil and I have decided.
So Taylor Gray, Sanchez, Ankrum, Caruth.
We just hope he moves them gracefully and doesn't just spin them out. But you see, he takes the outside. I like that decision, Phil. You can't give up a spot to Sanchez, but those front row trucks are just faster than the rest, and it looked like I said, on that short run before that caution, that Gray is better than Eckes
right now
because of those 45, 50 lap pressure
came
tires.
Yeah, as long as he can get in second. The lead, yeah, great.
Green,
fine.
white
That's
checker?
Be fine.
No,
good.
6 laps to go.
If he can get in second, if he can get in front of Sanchez, then that's the key.
Remember what we said about Majeski, saying, let's get Ben, make sure he gets up there and has a shot at it, because he has on those fresh tires too. Look at Ben outside of row 2.
Right behind that 17 of Taylor Gray.
And we have to note the 19 of Christian Eckes is not locked in. If something happens here and he gets knocked around, there is a chance he could miss it.
I've been trying to lock him in all night, Jamie. It's just mathematically he doesn't work.
Here we go.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go race it, boys.
5 laps to go. Christian Eckes, Taylor Gray on the front row. How aggressive does Taylor get?
Did he get too
I think
aggressive?
Taylor Gray got it past the start-finish line before Eckes.
He gets the jump.
He got that jump. Did he jump too soon? We'll have to
I think he jumped too soon. Oh, Eckes rolls. I think Taylor Gray.
Yes, he will.
He moves Taylor Gray.
Oh!
Christian Eckes takes
Eckes
over
pushed Taylor Gray out of the way.
On those tires.
Here
How
comes
aggressive
Ben
does
Rhodes.
Get to help out his teammate.
Well, he
just
did it to Eckes.
17, there's no doubt he was going to use that bumper.
And if he gets in front of him, it looks like the 19.
Ben Rhodes, Eckes side by side.
Ben Rhodes got the message. We need you to be a team player right now. Christian Eckes second.
Wow.
Nice run off that corner, but it's not going to be enough.
Now does Eckes do the same thing back?
And
he just did it.
Who's going to be in second on the last corner? That may be the key to who wins this race.
Look at this battle for the lead. They
Eckes runs him high.
And Chase Purdy, where'd he come from?
Wow, Eckes is driving dirty, y'all.
The spotters are saying, Phil, he's using his bumper. Go use yours. But I don't know if Chase has enough to get there.
Taylor
There's gonna be some
Nick
fights.
Sanchez side by side. They're both in must-win situations. That's a battle for
Chase
4th
Purdy.
and 5th. Coming out of turn 4.
2 laps to go.
White
Eckes is
flag
going to win
in the air.
this.
Christian Eckes leads it. 1 lap to go. Taylor Gray had his shot.
And he got a shot in the back that knocked him out of the way.
Christian Eckes wasn't afraid to be aggressive right back. It has been his night. He has absolutely dominated. Has led 187 laps, and he gets it done. Christian Eckes wins at Martinsville and punches his first ticket to the championship 4.
There's gonna be a fight afterwards. I guarantee it.
Charles Denike and that team. What a season.
Ooh, Taylor Gray.
Bumper right
Taylor
there.
Gray all over Eckes' back, trying to spit him out. Ooh.
Probably some angry people there, but I was not going to let this lose its race. Awesome truck, guys. Great job.
Eckes, Taylor Gray is mad, y'all.
Phoenix now. These drivers have long memories.
Not losing this race obviously was very important, but winning the next
He's not once bumped him out of the way, twice bumped him out of the way.
There was a lot of contact, but nothing egregious like we talked about. Just do it.
I would call it a little bit over the line.
For Taylor Gray and Christian Eckes.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
It just multiplied, you know. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back.
25 to 8.
Hit you harder.
See Taylor Gray, very much clean pass on the outside, and here comes the contact.
Ran him into the corner.
Nothing Taylor could do at that point.
And look at Ben Rhodes. He gets knocked out of the way, too.
Eckes essentially did the same thing to Ben Rhodes.
Eckes like pushing people left and right, y'all, to win.
And then he slides up and takes the win.
Maybe maybe NASCAR will take the win away from him.
And nobody got spun around. Like Jamie said.
And that's what I meant.
Wasn't over aggressive, maybe, but isn't what
people
you
are booing him.
Certainly.
That's the new
Daniel
norm,
says
like
disgusting.
we've talked about.
You and I just aren't quite used to it yet.
No, I know it. It's hard to get used to.
And there's always mixed emotions. You hear the fans celebrating and the others booing.
They're all waving.
Nothing but love. You got the checkered flag.
He's waving at all of them. Bro, pulling Austin Dillon. You did.
He's all yours.
Well, Christian Eckes, the dominant truck all night long, but at the end of the race, the way the cautions play out, fresh tires coming at the end, had to use a little bit of elbow grease there to get it done, but you're going to race for a championship in Phoenix. How does that feel?
It feels great. You know, like I told everybody, I wasn't going to let us lose this race. The truck was too good. The 17 was just hard race, and I feel bad about the 99. I just got way too loose entering the corner, but everybody's really happy with me. But I don't.
Everybody's
care.
really happy with me.
Everybody for working hard, and yeah, we'll go on to Phoenix.
Congratulations. Christian
Yeah,
Eckes
they
wins
can take it away from him.
Taylor Gray has climbed out of
here
his
comes
truck.
Taylor
He
Gray.
is running away
Taylor Gray's
from us.
coming. Let's go.
Taylor, I'm going to walk with you here.
Let's go.
What's going through your mind right now? That was
Get
the
him,
push
son.
away from the microphone. His team told him, calm down. We will get them next weekend when it'll hurt.
Yeah, that's
Oh, he's
the thing
coming,
we
bro.
talk about him, Michael. You know, yeah, he didn't want to lose
He
this
is
race. He
walking
had the
like
best truck.
he's
He
coming
dominated the
down
race,
to the
but
ring.
Again, these drivers have memories, and now I think he's probably got the 17 of Taylor Gray and maybe the 99 of Ben Rhodes. Both upset at him a little bit.
Yeah, I would guess so. And
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Yep.
He's like, take a deep breath. You don't need to do
Security
this.
is to his left right
He's
there.
like, get
He's
off
got
of me.
his
I'm
team.
going after him. Oh,
He's got
man.
something to say about that finish. Taylor Gray on the outside.
Oh, here we go.
28 points behind.
Champ is right there, bro.
Walking with him, hoping he walks it off before they have to intervene.
They're telling him to calm down.
There's Bob Pockris.
I don't think it's working. I don't think he feels any differently now than he did when he got out of the truck.
That's right. Get him, son. He's about to be.
We knew emotions.
Taylor
would
Gray
run
is
high
walking
tonight.
towards Christian
So much
Eckes
your
right
whole
now in
season's
victory
on the
lane.
line.
Well, and you got to think also,
And the fans see it. They see it on the Jumbotron.
as Phil said, as this march continues.
Well, come on, don't take it off. There's a
As
guy
Phil
from
said, a
NASCAR
second-place
saying,
finish
calm
with
down,
Eckes
dude.
from
Don't
Eckes
do
would've got
this.
him to Phoenix to race for a
He's
championship.
like, don't do
and not
this.
Made enemies.
And then Fox reporters right there.
The team trying to protect their driver.
Throw a punch, Chris. Throw a punch.
You racing like I fucking did. You. I fucking barely got you off the
Dropping F-bombs like Laura.
You know how many chances I had to shit you the fucking fence?
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll be back next year.
We apologize for that language. That's NASCAR. It's all access. The microphones are on. The emotions are running high. He just lost a shot at running for a championship.
He said, I'll get you next week. I'll put you in the fence, he said.
I also would like to say thank you to NASCAR security for letting him go vent and confront Eckes and not just shoving him in a different direction. Taylor Gray was obviously very upset, but he just wanted to make his point. And you know what his point was, what you and I said.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, he was mad,
Christian's crewman tried to stop him, but the NASCAR security guy said, no, he wants to talk. And that's essentially what he did, so.
A lot of different emotions, I think, going through the head of Christian Eckes right now. Winning the race, the fans booing him, having to listen to Taylor tell him that he would get him next week.
Now that's got to weigh on his mind. He's going for a championship.
Like
He got a driver that's
Logano
so angry
versus
at you
Kenseth,
and could very
right?
well end it
Logano
for you.
versus Kenseth
Would have got him to Phoenix, probably the favorite as
Take
the
him out,
championship.
dog.
But
Fox
Amanda,
reporter tried to talk to him.
you're with a very upset and
Taylor, I know, Taylor, you had an exchange of words there. You are walking back from that conflict right now. Are you happy with the exchange?
With the exchange? No. I got shipped to the fence whenever I raced. I'm perfectly clean in 1 and 2. What comes around goes around. I have to race him next year all year long. So I guess he's got that one for him.
What'd you say in that huddle?
It doesn't matter.
Taylor, we are 1 week away from Phoenix. What are we going to see out of you?
Clean racing.
Clean racing.
We heard Taylor say we're going to have to race against each other all next year. They're both moving up to the Xfinity Series. And it all comes down to this, the Championship 4 at Phoenix. That's next Friday, qualifying 4 Eastern.
All right, so Enfinger, Eckes, Majeski, Heim, the final
right here
4.
on FS1.
Oh, he's mad,
Grant
bro.
Enfinger, we knew he was in. 19, Christian Eckes.
Man, they were telling him, like, calm down, bro. Calm down. Calm down. Rise above it, bro. That's crazy. Man, he almost had him. He was face-to-face with Eckes, so my gosh. So we'll see what happens next week. Maybe this is a Dylan versus Logano, Troy says. Taylor want to go on a date? That's what he asked him. Hey, I want to go on a date in Phoenix next year? So next year should be interesting. All these rookies moving up from the trucks into the Xfinity Series. The Xfinity Series is going to be amazing next year. I can't wait to watch it with y'all. Should be fun to have a good time. But Eckes will need to lead every race next week, or else Taylor Gray's flipping him over. There you go, Victorious. That's right. Can't wait to see the last 3 laps of replay on YouTube. Oh, it was like he pushed Taylor Gray out of the way, then Ben Rhodes took the lead, and then he pushed Ben Rhodes out of the way, so Ben Rhodes is probably still looking for him too. But craziness. But at least NASCAR let him get to it. At least NASCAR let him get to him, talk to him, let him say, hey, next week, I'm putting you in the fence. So should be interesting to see if they get close next week in a race, especially if Eckes is winning for a championship. If he's leading, good way to take him out. Eckes needs to get that win taken away, Bronny says. We'll see what NASCAR does. I doubt that happens. But you never know. You never know. If he would have spun Taylor Gray or spun Ben Rhodes, good possibility they might take it away. But since they just kind of bumped him, but we'll see. It's amazing with having CW at home to watch Xfinity races already. And hopefully they'll help the Xfinity races. The CW will improve over the time for next year. So, all right, let's go through the field really quick, and then we'll call it a night. Thank you for all the ones that hung out with us there. Now time for Raptors. See you again tomorrow. See you, Steve. Christian Eckes wins. Ben Rhodes finishes second. Chase Purdy, where do you come from? Third. Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez, Lane Riggs, Corey Heim, Tyler Ankrum, Grant Enfinger, Stuart Friesen in top 10. Majeski finishes 11th. Connor Zillich 12th. Matt Crafton 13th. William Swallowich 14th. Dawson Sutton 15th. 16th Bailey Curry. 17th Dean Thompson. 18th Corey Day. And Matt Mills. Look at that, Matt Mills finishing in the top 20. So good for him, for especially being in the hospital for a couple days back out there. But there we go. So there's your couple lap cars down there. And then Raj Karuth, he finishes 21 laps down. I was here just watching with my dad. That's crazy. But Daniel Dye finishes 32nd, and Norm Benning last. Pretty much domination by the 19, 188 laps led. 12 for Ben Rhodes, 1 for Taylor Gray, who took that lead there in the turn, then he took him out. All right, Steven, see you later. It's a great stream. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, David. Kenneth Fox, thumbs up as always. Jeanette says, cool. And we had 6 cautions. Hey, so if anybody had 6 cautions, congratulations to you guys. Pick your CeeLo bobblehead race car at the door. So there it is, everybody. Appreciate all that. This is our final NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. Unless something happens next week, you never know. But I'll let you keep you informed. But we will be out of town next Friday. So I think the race is next Friday. Let's see. I'm really not sure. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at next week's Phoenix schedule for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Let's see. Schedule. Phoenix. Practice. Qualifying. Race. Oh, that's Cup Series. 1 second. Yeah, Phoenix is next Friday night at 7 o'clock. So I will not be able to bring that to you. But hopefully you'll be able to watch it somewhere, somehow. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship, live from Phoenix Raceway. That's 150 laps, 150 miles. And we will give you a preview of next weekend vlog. That'll at least be out next Friday as well, too. But yeah, so you going on Margaritaville? No, going on Carnival, Bobby. Carnival. Our first time on Carnival. So we've been on other cruise ships, but never been on Carnival. So it should be interesting. Alice says 19 is a hack. Almost wrecked the 17. The 99 complete hack. Allison says, we'll see you tomorrow, Jake, for qualifying and practice. Yeah, we'll talk about this some more tomorrow as well. Heim or Majeski will win the championship. We'll see, Ricky. Grand Enfinger is going to be pretty strong there as well. Carnival is lit. So yeah, it's fun. It's going to be a good party. We'll have a good time. We'll have vlogs as well, guys. We'll have the vlogs coming to you, so you'll never miss a moment of our trip, as you know, as we always do. So, is Majeski in the Final Four? Yes, Jeffrey. So it's hot. It's Enfinger, Eckes, Heim, Majeski. The 4. Like I said in our preview vlog, it's going to be hard to beat those 4 drivers. Those 4 drivers are dominant. So I hope that 19 gets dumped next week. It might happen. So I hope NASCAR does it. And does its job and removes the win from Eckes. He deliberately ran his bumper into Taylor Gray. He knew he was wrong, and fans showed their disapproval. So even if Taylor Gray, so Ben Rhodes would win. If Eckes is disqualified, Ben Rhodes would win, but the Final Four would still not be different. So they could do that. Eckes would still win. Oh, actually, it would be DQ'd, right? So I wonder if that would make a difference in the 38 points. We got to see if that happens. So don't forget your toothbrush on your team. We won't. Boy, what a race, though. It was fun. That's a good point. If the 19 gets eliminated and he finishes 36th, does Nick Sanchez move into the top spot? That's going to be interesting to see. But I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo's our channel. And let's go back to the NASCAR preview. But we had a blast here tonight. Our last NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race of the year. It's been since the Daytona 500, the first race that Friday night before the Daytona 500. It was a good time. So I hope everybody joins us back next year for NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing. We'll bring that to you right here on our channel. Maybe we'll get to see Cams next year. We'll see. I'm not sure. But like I said, if something happens next Friday, you might see me. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. But I hope to be on in Texas next Friday night. So I hope you guys had a great time. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow morning or afternoon for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. And then we'll do the NASCAR Xfinity race. So thanks to my lovely wife, Spain, for all the lovely things that she does. I love you. everything that she does while I sit here with you guys. I want to thank my mods for moderating. I want to thank my members for giving their hard-earned money. Thank you, Billy Voles, for becoming a member again. And I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you later, guys. We'll see you soon tomorrow afternoon. Peace out. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get that again. Now, see you later.